flu. 50 cent soda blue. Look at what we doing with the knowledge. We developing a cyber college, building a machine with these cyber dollars. We brought you the hottest breed of scholars to water your mind with alkaline seeds of knowledge, to resurrect the lost city in the sea of knowledge. I'm from the Brooklyn Zoo with a sign spread. Don't feed the scholars, know the ledge. Every Tuesday and Friday, at least 2 hours. Broadcasting from ground zero, superheroes, the new Twin Towers, red and the blue, the new Jack Bowers. 24 hours of black and more power. Hotep, Islam, peace, God, shalom. Welcome home. No one man should have all of that power. Return to the superhead rules in this age of water bearing. We in the matrix, auto staring. Hydroplaning down the information highway. Hanging out the window, shooting at the angels sideways. 9 p.m. Tuesday to Friday. It's Tuesday. If you coming at it sideways, you can say I did it my way. The good Dr. Sinatra, a Bojangle, the fallen angel, the church of Satan. When we gonna see the church debating, the earth's awaiting. Meanwhile, back at the ranch, the earth is shaking. We birth a nation, we percolating. We easy to swallow. The information is hard as hell. The pills is in circulation. The personations, hard to tell. The smirks is hating. Somebody go right tell Gargamel.
Gargamel! Oh, please don't be frightened. I'm terribly sorry about this.
I bring my life to the table. I bring my wife to the table. I bring health, wealth, knowledge, and self to the table. I bring no to less TV to the table. Conscious table. I bring no to less radio to the table. Conscious radio. Conscious Wikipedia. I bring DVDs, books, no to less media to the table. Killing fables. To the families of the royals. I bring King County to the table. Restore the royalty. The melanated Clark Gable. Social culture. To the tables, the superhead rules to the tables. I bring 7-headed sea balls to the table. Soul water to the table. Red and blue, the Big Daddy Kane. Ready, willing, and able to walking through my stables. Full-length stables, back from the future like Bishop in Cable. To introduce the freshmen to the X-Men. And all of their candy, excellent. No question, class is in session. Report to the chat room, pen and pad in hand. You wanna be there early and beat the caravan. People storming the gate to get a plate. Them lines packed like the Happy Land. Either open up with the latest cuts or them rap tools. They're bought by the latest trucks. From 9 to 11, we do it in the dark, like we used to do it in the park. For the most part, from the very second that the show starts, you're witnessing a pose off, think Mozart, huh? The love received so far has been so hard. There's a few dudes to front, but they medullas ain't sharp, man, they so soft. Don't be thrown off, any Zoloft. Avoid them at all costs, like raccoons or skunks. Or back to the regular scheduled program. The program is sponsored by 7 Heaven. What else in hell can you get an open line to heaven at 11:11? Emerge at the other end of those meditation portals and elevated warp tools. Even some abort tools. Any questions, comments, or concerns? Press 1. To everyone else, thanks for attending another session. I'm pleased to teach, but it's an honor to learn. Certainly, courtesy of KTL University.
Oh, please don't be frightened. I'm terribly sorry about this. You are!
Peace to you and yours, peace to you and yours. This is Know the Ledge Radio, and you are now rocking with the best. Yes, indeed, this is your host, the Brother Blue Pill, alongside my host, my co-host, Brother Red.
Peace to the universe, love and light. Welcome to Know the Ledge Radio. This is your co-host, the Red Pillar. Thank you for joining us tonight.
Yes, indeed, family. Shout out to everybody who has showed up for this phenomenal offering. Happy 11/11 to the entire galaxy and universe, okay? Shout outs to everyone who came tonight to be transported through this portal.
Yeah.
Where mortals become immortal. All right? The gates are wide open, you know what I'm saying? And we are here to usher you through. So peace to you and yours. We have a monumental show tonight, you know what I'm saying? There will be a lot of people coming through to lend aid, support, light, and love to the family on this monumental day, you know what I'm saying? And, you know, we're pretty much going to be swinging right into it, you know what I'm saying? I don't want to even have the family waiting too long, right? Red.
Yes, sir.
What's good?
Everything, man. First and foremost, you know what I'm saying? Give yourselves a black hand if y'all made it to 11-11-11. You know what I mean? You're here for a reason. So, you know, let's get that out of the way first and foremost. I'm just happy to be here, man. You know what I'm saying? Like, it's a powerful day. It's a powerful week. Leading up to 11/14, which is our solar, you know what I'm saying, our Earth Day. So, you know, I'm just here, man. I'm enjoying life.
Indeed. This has been a historic week, a storied week. You know what I'm saying? Like, one that's only, you know, one is written about, you know what I'm saying, and one of those tales is almost mythological.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Actually embodying the mythological, you know, like playing out the mythological story of Scorpio is phenomenal. You know what I'm saying? And for those that actually resonate with that particular energy, you know that that's an ongoing process. It's actually something that we do every year. You know what I mean? Especially as we come around to our solar return. You know what I'm saying? We always seem to go through these solar rituals, but this year was profound. You know what I mean? Specifically, you know, touching, you know, with actually our born is 35, you know what I'm saying, which equals 8, that illustrious number 8. So, you know, this particular year of building and destroying has been a phenomenal learning experience for us, you know what I'm saying, as well as, you know, affording us the opportunity to contribute so much to people, you know what I mean, while we go through this particular growth process. You know what I mean? So I'm just honored. I'm honored to be here. I'm honored to be in this particular position. You know what I'm saying? I'm honored to be the receptor of this profound information that seems to have the entire planet's attention at this particular time. About the Law 44, we are uploading some clips right now to the websites, you know what I'm saying, and the family will be able, after this program, to partake in seeing the lecture that was done outlining and detailing exactly what the Law 44 is. You know, there's such a thing, they say, as, you know, you can study and then you can overstudy. So, again, I'm in a position where I've amassed so much information in the last 3 to 4 days dealing with the Law 44 that there is no way outside of the fact that if I have a 4-hour show that I could get into everything, you know what I'm saying, that I've uncovered. It pretty much speaks to that energy. I mean, a profound amount of information has been culled from our research. So, you know, right now I'm sitting here with Red and we're trying to decide, should I just do a live stream on Sunday? Because I don't just sit there and study. While I'm studying, I'm creating pictorials to go along with the particular lesson of how I want to convey what I need to say. So I have pictures, I have footage, I have everything that I need to express what it is that I'm trying to say. I just have so much of it at this particular point that I'm looking to the best way, you know what I'm saying, to channel this information to the family. You know what I mean? You know, we'll be coming to that conclusion very shortly. Sometime through the course of this show, I'll be able to tell you exactly how we're going to approach that. But profound information, family. I am telling you that what we just witnessed on November
8th.
the 7th and the 8th, okay, the 7th and the 8th, was profound. It's hands down profound. The universe is speaking to us in a language of which we can't deny. You know what I mean? And they're using figures in our life, symbols in our lives to convey these particular messages. You know what I'm saying? The brother Joe Frazier and Heavy D, you know, might have had nothing else in common prior to this particular event. You know what I'm saying? But what we see in their timely, you know what I'm saying, in their timely transition, I don't necessarily want to call it untimely, you know what I mean, because who are we? We don't know what the hand of the quote-unquote creator calls for. You don't know what those particular people's contracts call for. But they met in death to convey a message to the planet that is a profound message. You know what I'm saying? They met in death to convey a profound message. And, you know, a lot of people like to harp on whether something was ritualistic or what have you. It was a planetary sacrifice to convey a message. You know what I mean? It was a planetary sacrifice to convey a message. Brother Heavy D, you know, born in 1967, made transition at the age of 44. You know, our brother Joe Frazier.
Smoking Joe.
You know what I'm saying? Smoking Joe, the warrior. Yeah. He is the archetype for what you saw in the movie Rocky. Rocky was fashioned after this particular man who hailed from Philadelphia. Okay? He was the people's champs. A fighter's fighter, the warrior. All right? This warrior was born in 1944, made transition at the age of 67. Now, that might sound cute, you know what I'm saying? But there's so much more that goes behind that actually speaks directly to the fact that they mirrored each other. They mirrored each other, you know what I'm saying, during their transition. And it's expressive of the energy that's present tonight, today, on this particular day of 11/11. 11/11 is a mirror. You know what I'm saying? It's dealing with, you know, this whole aspect of dual opposites. You know what I mean? And certain people, it deals with the dual between dual opposites. And the other people, it deals with the balance of dual opposites, depending on what side of the spectrum that you're on. You know what I mean? It'll be more comfortable for some than it is for others. But what these two brothers conveyed is a beautiful message that we were able to, by the use of gematria, by the use of Kabbalah, and some other devices, we were able to unfold this story, and we will be presenting it to the family in the proper manner, you know what I mean, in the proper manner in which it needs to be delivered. Also, for the family who has been inquiring about the piece of artwork that I fashioned 14 years ago, dealing with Biggie Smalls, Tupac Shakur, and Heavy D, you know what I'm saying, I will have prints available next week. All right. We got you know, we have the scans and everything that we need, you know what I'm saying, and that will be going to the printer, and I'll be, you know, I'm just awaiting for them to be sending it back, but we'll have that available for purchase next week. Of course, it's going to be a limited edition run. Prints are going for $44. All right? Real talk. And, of course, like I said, you know, of course, I'm sure that everybody knows at this particular time, based on the numerics, that 11/11/2012 equals that glorious, 2011, my bad. We already in the future, you know, it equals that illustrious number of 8, you know, directly dealing with the law of 44. What the family needs to also take note of is that this day is monumental, this day is special. It also can be flipped and looked at as 9/11/2011. Okay, depending on what calendar system you're using. For the family that understands that March is the actual New Year, because New Year starts in spring with the birthing, the vicissitude of Mother Nature begins a new cycle or a new year, and even the quote-unquote zodiac starts during that particular month. If you count it from March, you know what I'm saying, we all know what Sept means. It means 7. We all know October, the Oct means 8. We all know that Nov means 9. Okay? So, family, this euphoric feeling that everyone is celebrating right now and what have you, these gateways that have opened, is a 9/11 gateway. Okay? For tonight's show, for this monumental offering that we have put together for the family to bring this energy exactly where it needs to be, okay, right on the cusp of immortality, right? We have the master numerologist, Lord Strahorn, okay? Master astrologist, Sister Myra. The name doctor, Dorothy Muhammad, okay? Dr. Reverend Phil Valentine, the good doctor, our brother, Moorpheus himself, Hakim Bey, all right? We are not going to be doing a 44-minute meditation, family. We had to reschedule those plans because there are too many people coming through, and most importantly, we can't exclude the audience. So it's very important that we get to the callers at some point and let them interface and interact and share their stories. So we're going to be doing 11-minute meditation at 11:11. After that, okay, we are going to, very briefly do some talking, maybe open the line for a call or two, and then closing out the show will be Will 777 alongside KT, the Arc Degree. Hold on. Now, if anybody did their homework last night, or should I say, today, you know what I'm saying? I say last night because I caught the midnight show. I seen Immortals. Hello? Okay, I saw Immortals. So KT the Arc Degree is going to be coming with a fresh decipher and decode of that particular movie, which is harping on this particular energy of the Taurus full moon. All right, family? Real talk. All right? That is a movie. That is a movie that is pretty much juicing, the energy in real time. You know what I'm saying? A phenomenal ritual that is. So we are going to have a wonderful, wonderful, powerful show. Okay? Let me get into the description of the show, and then we will get directly into tonight's first guest. All right? You are cordially invited to attend another session of KTL University as we open the gateways to a new dimension. Join us as we delve into the portal of 11-11-11 and present a comprehensive understanding of the Law 44 and how it directly applies to this historic moment in time. We will be welcoming to the program an all-star cast to inaugurate this transformative energy alongside the pillars. Phil Valentine. Of course, like we said, Moorpheus, Sister Myra, KT the Arc Degree, Will 77, all right, along with a bunch of other special guests and surprises. We will be engaging in one of the most powerful 11:11 meditations helmed by Moorpheus from secretofsecrets.info, which will last for 11 minutes. Also, we will be highlighting tracks from our Sister Stahhr's latest offering, That Was You, her 11-year opus, which dropped today on 11/11/11. We will also share more compelling facts about the portal we just passed through on November 8th, 2011, and the passing of Heavy D and Joe Frazier. This will be a heavy program, family. All right? So let me pay the bills real quick. You know what I'm saying? And we are going to come back, get into a song from the Sister Stahhr, and we're going to jump right into tonight's program. So with no further ado.
From times of lore, ancients believed gold aided in prolonged lifespans and cured many diseases. It is proven to enhance mental astuteness and sharpen intuition. Gold aids in optimal bodily function and increases electrical conductivity and cellular electrical impulses. Gold can balance energy fields and is beneficial for opening and balancing the crown, heart chakra, and the third eye. One of the main benefits from an active third eye, or pineal gland, is the ability to have lucid dreams. This elixir of life is now available in 2 ounces for an amazing low price of $49.99. Our bodies are our temples, and Soul Gold Liquid Drops is essential to our transformation. Order now. Go to www.soulgoldbiz.com today.
Campus official, issue with this that's Star, S-T-A-H-H-R. Get my name right, 2 H's for hip hop. 16 bars of gold, volume 2. Beat study, DJ Danger. Inherit the merit of 24 carats, my palette like parrots, colorful carrots. Inherit the merit of 24 carats, my palette like parrots, colorful carrots. Inherit the merit of 24 carats, my palette like parrots, colorful carrots. Inherit the merit of 24 carats, my palette like parrots, colorful carriage. Ease down the breezeway, please believe me. More dope than bricks of Peruvian steps. Still hits when it missed, got the gab in the gift. Intense with the spit, taste the passion in it. Ascending, fireball, I'm singeing, binging, eating tracks and wax with acid facts. Her frame 3 stacks of that, and so delicious. Opposing hoes and queens clothes, moving suspicious. Matrix glitches, red dresses and all. See, I'm above the rim and this is how I ball. Insurance box, quick, fast, on smash. With the Richter scale, way past 10. Wheatgrass slim, I'm a path with grace, but fix your face. I'm never starstruck. I'm trying to get these Starbucks. What? Scoundrel, yeah. The star, no longer the MC. I'm every MC. 2 H's, shine star.
Hold on, family. We forewarning you, they coming. All right? Hide your cats. Yes, indeed. You can find that over on Bandcamp. Okay, so the address is star.bandcamp.com. That's STHHHR. All right, she got them 2 H's in for hip hop, but she's guy hopping. Shout out to the Guy Hop Confederation. All right, shout out to the entire Guy Hop Confederation. This would be the perfect time as well, family, to let the world and the massive knows that we also had a re-release of KTL 3.0 today. All right, we actually restructured the playlist, and I tell you, it's like you hearing it for the first time all over again, because the sequence is totally different, and you know, my personal opinion, it flows a lot nicer. You know what I'm saying? So that KTL 3.0 is available over at the twinpillars.bandcamp.com. Please believe we will be getting in some of that music before the night is out. All right? Red, what's good? The brother said?
Yeah, 212 number.
Okay. Yes, indeed. We are awaiting the first guest. I would ask the brother Lord Strahorn, if you are on the phone, please press 1. Okay? Here we go. So with no further ado, family, introducing to this program the return of the phenomenal, world-renowned numerologist, Lord Strahorn. Google him. Peace.
Peace, Blue and Red. How you guys doing?
All is well.
Hey, brother. Peace.
Good, good. As you know, this is interesting, numerically speaking. Of course, a most unusual day that won't occur again for another century, which is 11-11-11. Of course, 11 is supposed to be a binary number. They talked about it today on a cable, that it adds 11s and zeros, but that's not exactly true. Because if you actually laid it out, it is 11-11-2011. So there's only 1 0 and 1 2, not just ones and zeros, which are the numbers that are used in computers. But 11 is always considered one of the master numbers, first of all. It's considered a number of enlightenment. It's considered a number of wisdom and inspiration. It is also the number that is dealing with revelations, picking up ideas from things on high. And it's interesting because if you add today's date, the month, the day, and the year of 2011-2011, it factors out to an 8 universal day. The moon was in the sign of Taurus up until 3 this afternoon. It has been found that in New York City and most counties across the country that the most popular marital day is on a Friday, for which this day happens to have fell on. And when you add up today of 11-11-2011, it adds to an 8. And 8 is the number of marriage, births, pregnancies, major achievements and recognition. And what's ironic is that if you were to take the last 2 digits of the year you were born and the age you just turned this year, it would add to 111. Take anybody's birthday. Take your own birthday. So let's say if a person was born in 59 and they're now 52, then 52 plus 59 equals 111. You can do it with anybody's birthday. There is no exceptions to that rule. And then, as you know, metaphysically, my brothers, we are in the now called the age of Aquarius. And the Aquarius is the 11th sign in the zodiac. So I think all this is a very interesting day, numerically speaking, of course. And, of course, fast forwarding, they're going to be talking about 12-12-12. That it's going to be the last days, but that's not true because for the Mayans it's 12-21-2012. So they actually split the 21 around and made it a 12. So this is why you see in the movie that was made with John Cusack about 2 years ago, the movie 2012, that the whole world was falling apart. Well, I don't think so.
Oh, indeed. Indeed.
Yeah, I don't think so. So anyway, that is the numerical influence of today, gentlemen. And
let me ask you about this whole aspect of a number mirroring itself.
What do you mean, such as 1-1?
Yes. In effect,
2-2 or 3-3 or 4-4, because the president's numbers, the President Obama mirrors itself. Not only is he born on the 4th of the month, he is the nation's 44th president of the United States, which mirrors itself.
Indeed. That's a powerful number. Can you tell the family what is special about that particular number? What jumps out about that number that you can share with us?
Well, first of all, the number 4 rules the sign of Aquarius. It is double in its nature. By nature, the number 4 is visionary in its gifts. They tend to be mavericks or rebels. They tend to be given the least amount of chance to win, yet they always go against the underdog. 4 is the underdog number. That's why when you underestimate them. So when you look at the election of 2008, with the Democratic nominee being the assumption at that time of Hillary Clinton, born on October 26th, I knew that with the year being of 2008, which favors the sign of Leo, then Senator Obama's zodiac sign, and him being a number 4, people can go to Google and see where I made the predictions on September the 20th of 2007 that I said this guy, at that time, Senator Barack Obama, is going to surprise a lot of people despite what the political pundits say. So they didn't understand that the nature of the number 4 is that people underestimate them. So if people were to ask me the question, will this man be reelected for 2012, the answer to that without question is yes. So actually these political opponents that are now running, they should really save their dollars and run in 2016 because the man's got it. I can tell you that right now. It has nothing to do with my ethnicity. It has nothing to do with my politics or political leanings. I'm just looking at the numbers. And based on that, you know what I mean? The man's got it. He's going to be president again.
Okay, family. So you hear that? Put your chippers up if you want to do a little come up right there. I've always been telling you for this entire year, put your number on 44. Let me tell you something very interesting that I've observed.
In fact, it's interesting. Hank Aaron's number, when he broke Babe Ruth's record of the home runs was 44.
Indeed. You know, and I don't watch sports much, but every time I turn on a football game and I see a running back or a wide receiver with the number 44, you know, preferably if the jersey's blue, go figure, the team is destined to win. So I've been telling the family, you know, if they got a waging spirit and they want to put some money up, you know, actually look and see if that team got a 44 on it, see what position that 44 plays, put your money on it, okay? Green Bay Packers won last year, and they continue to be the top herald team this particular year because they're on the 44-degree parallel line. All right, family? So, yeah.
I mean, you know, it's so interesting. I'm telling you, it's one of the most wonderful experiences of meeting you and your brother who have such a knowledge and create such a platform as you do for your show to raise people's consciousness, man, because there's a lot of people that just don't know. They think they know, but they really don't know. They really don't understand. And because of brothers like yourself that does that, it makes a wider community because word of mouth is still the best way of advertising anything you got. Now, even corporations know that word of mouth is still the buzz more than anything else. So what you guys do is make a tremendous contribution towards the metaphysical community in terms of raising our awareness. You can't go wrong with that. So I'm sorry, I have such a short day today. It's crazy, but I would love to be back on an extended level where we can talk in more detail and really have fun, take calls or whatever the case is, and get into red and blues business.
Oh, absolutely. You know what I'm saying? We appreciate you taking time, not only for us, but for the family. It's so important, you know what I mean, that they actually hear it from the master numerologist, Lord Strahorn himself, and we will definitely be bringing you back for something more, you know.
I'm going to hold you guys to it, trust me, okay?
Oh, trust me. You know what I'm saying? We're going to make it happen. Without a doubt. All right?
Consider it a done deal. Bless you, gentlemen. May the Creator continue to bless you and the radio family tuning into your Blog Talk show. And I look forward to being a guest on your show very, very soon. Okay, guys?
Oh, absolutely, brother. Thank you.
Thank you. Thank you. Bless you very much. Peace.
Wow. I heard it from the horse's mouth himself. Whew. You know what I'm saying? Oh, 144 in the chat. You know what I'm saying? It just never seems to fail us, man. It just never seems to fail us. While I am awaiting the next caller to call in, let me go and bring my brother in real quick. Caller from the 910-484. Peace.
Peace. What's happening?
What's happening?
Hey, what's happening?
What's happening?
You know, it's Coach Khayr, real mellowed out tonight. Me and my mother sitting there playing some chess. We just came to a stalemate, so I know everybody's looking for some interesting things to do on this 11/11 full moon. And me and the old Earth just laid back on the chessboard tonight.
Oh, no doubt.
And I got y'all on speakerphone, so, you know, it's our first time tuning into the KTL broadcast tonight, and we just sitting there enjoying ourselves.
Peace, Goddess. Oh, absolutely.
No doubt.
You got it. That's
Welcome to the Jubilee.
Early.
You know what I'm saying?
And that goes, and that goes for all of the family out there, first-time listeners, and for the family out there that have their people listening, because, you know, if any night or any show was one of the shows where you would introduce this information to your family, it would definitely be the 11-11-11 show. So welcome, peace, love, and light to everybody that's joining us tonight. I'm honored to be in your presence.
She's waving her hands back. She's got a big smile on her face, so I appreciate the love going out to my family. Appreciate it.
Yeah, absolutely.
We got a lot of big moves coming up too. I just wanted to let everybody know tonight is also dealing with the moon, with this full moon. This is the time to make sacrifices. This is the time to line up and ask yourself, what would I risk it all for? That's really the question. If you're still confused about what to do, what would I risk it all for? And you know, the full moon is an action moon too. Also, don't look at it as the end, but as we walk through this gateway, what are we preparing for 2012? We also want to look, just like playing chess, look at 4 or 5 moves ahead. What do we want to harvest in July and August of 2012? You know, so think about it. You know, I'm trying to work on some books. You cats are releasing some music. A lot of people out here, you know, doing a lot of real powerful things, but tonight through the portal is making the decision to sacrifice all the frivolous things in your life, like leave all of that stuff alone and really move forward with a powerful decision.
Right. Well, we know Scorpio, you know what I'm saying, is about death and regeneration, and it's about that whole aspect of people eliminating the excess waste from their life that are actually holding them down. The excess waste is excess weight.
Yeah.
All right? So you want to eliminate that out of your life. But Taurus is about that bread. Okay? Taurus is about that money. And I know that you just came from ATL this past weekend, you know what I'm saying, where the conversation was strictly about some big money. Can you, a 2-minute summary about that experience?
If you are not up on hustleuniversity.org and Hotep, then you're really not about getting this bread. The brother's an educator. He's our best-kept secret right now. He can't ever come on the radio because he's always going somewhere getting paid $2,500 an hour. I was like, man, I'm going to have to call you Monday. He was like, I'm going to be in St. Petersburg. I said, what about Wednesday? He was like, everybody had an opportunity to get at me this weekend. He laid the whole program out from thought to finish, how you come up with the ideal, how you take one book and turn it into 4 streams of income. Then he turned it into, summarize how to start your own publishing company, and then how do you how do you get paid to talk? You know, basically, when you do these speaking engagements, where do you find these pockets of money? Like, it's so many pockets of money out here that you could tap into, and especially from us, you got to look at, like Jay-Z said, sometimes you got to dumb it down to double your dollars. Like, you don't have to give them that high end. You got to give them baby food sometimes, and they got so much money out here for baby food. Like, it's like I got like 5 books I want to work on right now. My only decision is which one am I coming out with first. So, and a lot of the things that you need is like laying right around you. So I got a website called Relaxation is the Key. So I'm going to write a book about relaxation in 2012 and beyond. I'm all about the children, so I'm going to write about One Village Academy in 2012. You know, I'm talking about the Tantra. So how can we make our women more happy and orgasmic for 2012? Everything that's laying around us is potential, just like diamonds in the rough. But he really laid out. He was in there for 7 hours. He went in from like 12 noon to like 7:30. It was totally amazing. I just appreciate the brother. If you haven't got any of his books yet, Brand Your Swag is where everybody should start. Go over to honesthustle.info, honesthustle.info. Get the download. It's only $15. It's got a CD with it. It's got the book. I think it's got another free gift, Brand Your Swag, or the 10 Hustle Commandments. Like, there are no more excuses. There's really no more excuses, and he put the icing on the cake. For those who came down, there was a lot of people. Well, it was about 5 people who were there who listened to KTL, and they had heard the show that I came on and was talking about it. So I definitely want to big up you for making the connection in the A. It was at the Georgia World Congress. It was really nice, and I'm just really looking forward to it. Like, right after the meditation tonight, I'm picking up the Mac, opening it up, just going in. I've been writing down book titles for like the last 3 days.
Well, I hear that, you know what I'm saying? And I'm actually turning this Lord 44 into a book, DVD, the whole everything.
T-shirt.
Everything. You know what I'm saying? The T-shirt, you know, just the whole particular line. You know what I'm saying? It's a lifestyle at this particular time. So, and the numbers don't, you know, the numbers don't lie. You know what I'm saying? And we also want to take note, again, that every 11/1 or 11/11, you know what I'm saying? Also, all of them fall on KTL days, whether it's 11/1, 11/11, you know what I'm saying? 11/29, you know what I mean? So these are epic dates, epic portal dates. And before we conclude this show, we hope that the family will be able to understand why. Because nothing is random in this universe. And the universe speaks through, you know what I'm saying, numbers.
Would have had another move.
Of numerics. So we actually have Sister Myra coming up next.
Woo! Big Mama.
Big Mama will be in the building. We had a monumental date on 11/08. You know what I'm saying? And she was on this program on 11/25 speaking about 11/08 and the galactic concordance that took place 8 years ago on 11/08 that is so key to what's taking place at this particular time. So to make it divine, we got to go and bring in the Big Mama.
Oh, you want to play it from there?
I'm saying? So she will be in very shortly. Sister Myra, if you're on the line at this particular time, I ask that you press number 1 so we can segue you in, you know what I'm saying, in timely fashion with the coach on the line. You know, if not, she's doing 3 minutes, you know, and what I can do in the interim of that, hang on, big brother, all right?
All right, I'm here.
I'm going to go into a cut. You know what I'm saying? This is off of that KTL 3.0 family. You know, this is not going to answer all of the questions that the family has about the Lord 44, but it deals with the whole segment of summarizing what we call the 3 kings of the Lord 44. The 3 kings of the Lord 44 are Martin Luther King, Biggie Smalls, and Barack Hussein Obama. Now,
go there.
How is Heavy D connected to Biggie Smalls? Well, if not no Heavy D, there would be no Puff Daddy. There would be none of that, okay? Because he established and laid down what he had to lay down over there, Uptown Records, and he was a torchbearer for that whole Mount Vernon movement. Puffy was his right-hand man, you know what I'm saying? We have all of the footage, you know what I'm saying? What do they all have in common together?
They gotta fight for it.
Heavy D was the only one that had...
Well, I'm looking for strategies. When I get...
He was the only one that had Big and Pac on a song with him. You know what I'm saying? And that song is called Let's Get It On. The family can Google that. All right? But we're going to go into this cut right now, you know what I'm saying, explaining some of those dubious points that we're making. There are key resonators. There are key people that are connected in our time, right, in this particular technosphere of which we live, this matrix. If you watch the connection to these 4 resonators, 3 of them in particular who identify as the 3 kings. Martin Luther King, the King of New York, Biggie Smalls, and the King of Kings, Barack Hussein Obama, right? Those 4 resonators are all key to this particular paradigm. They're all what we call the dream masters or the dream casters, okay? Martin Luther King came in on, I Have a Dream. Biggie Smalls, it was all a dream. And Obama came in with the dreams of his father. You know what I'm saying? And the way that it appears these days, still dreaming.
Are approaching from the sky. Radio contact has been attempted but cannot be established. Instructions are to prepare for an attack by an unknown enemy. I'm not a star, somebody motherfucking lied. Shining like the brightest constellation in the motherfucking sky. That's a star. Save the conversation. Think of all the lullabies. Going on vacation in November. Don't say the pillars never tried. We come from different cloth, different stitch and different dye. I synergize with soldiers, pedigree to simplify. Before the hood was gentrified, it was full of killers in the sky. My niggas flipping pies on they pimp or die. Caught my final call for Muslims slinging pies. Down these blocks and corridors, I was taught to enterprise. Thought I showed a different side, down a different avenue. Started fucking with the radicals, niggas who know the animal and they wisdom so galactical. But when taken a fresh breath becomes a concept that's too complex, it takes a breath out your chest. Then the flesh begins to die, learn to simplify. This analogy is to symbolize these are end of times. If you could give cats the mathematical live the pie, but can't live your guy, 2 cents to get him by. They got the concept of heaven on earth twisted, like ribbons in the sky. If you at first missed it, just hit it to rewind. I'm not a star, somebody motherfucking lie. Shining like the brightest constellation in the motherfucking sky. That's a star, that's a star, that's a star.
Yes, indeed. That's 44 Bulldogs off of that KTL 3.0. All right, family, it is available for download at twinpillars.bandcamp.com. Talk to us.
Sir. Let's go on the call.
All right. So with no further ado, family, we present to you the second guest out of our phenomenal lineup, calling from 336-965. Peace.
Yes.
Yes.
Sister Myra. How are you doing?
Hey, the Oracle.
Well, thank you again for having me on the show. I really
honest to you.
So I want to give the numerology and the astrology behind this 11-11-11 phenomenal. Of course, the 11 and the 8 are the significant numbers here. So the 11-11-11, of course, the 11 is the master number. It's where you master at. And anytime you connect it with the 3s, that's magical. And also the 11 indicates the evolution, Aquarius energy, the 11th sign. So evolution into the highest gateway of spiritual information. We now have more access to our spiritual powers, as well as the higher level vibration has more access and is open to us now to use that magically. And then with the 8, of course, it still comes in as the 8th sign of the zodiac, Scorpio. So it definitely indicates a transformation, and it's time for regeneration from the highest royal level, combined with those 11s. And then if you add up the 11-11-11, of course you get 6, but if you add the 2011 in that, you add the 2 in that scenario, that brings you back to the 8. And the 8 is, of course, the number for infinity. So now we're defining which rulership is opening up from the highest level, the royal rulership, the infinite rulership, counteracting this finite rulership that we're ascending from. So those are the numerology values of that. And, of course, the 11, Aquarius, that's the age that we're moving into, the Aquarian age. It is the sign of evolution. And this is about being a humanitarian ruler. for the new age. And then, of course, because it's opposite Leo, which is the ruler, the creative power that is opening up for the new age and us and how we evolve into that new rulership. And then as we look at the Scorpio energy, the 8th sign of the zodiac, that's the sign of transformation. And when you add it with its opposite sign, Taurus, then we understand where we need to do the transformation when it comes to our habits, it comes to our values. That's what has to be transformed in order to evolve into the new rulers for this new Aquarian age that's opening up in 2012. So that is pretty much the scenario. And so right now, those triple 11s, that means mastering in your highest empowerment. Aquarius is the last air sign, so that gives us the highest outreach for spiritual information, which is the royal level. So we now, it's symbolic of coming out of Lot's, when Lot's wife turns into a pillar of salt, because instead of looking back at the illusion that is falling, we're now looking ahead where gateways are opening to evolve us to the next level of our spiritual empowerment. So this is the main theme of the energy that is going on right now.
Okay, now we had a phenomenal, number of events happen on 11/08/11. It will forever etch that day, in history. You know what I'm saying? That day is pretty much etched in history. You were on this program a few weeks ago explaining to the family about the buildup of that particular energy as it pertains to 11/08, 8 years ago.
Yes, absolutely.
Right? Can you speak on the level of that phenomena? You know what I'm saying? What you witnessed when you saw the things going down on 11/08, and what is your take? Last time we were here, we had, showed through the synchronization of events that took place on October 25th in 2003 that those dates were actually mirroring this time 8 years from now. So here we are on an 11/11/11 date dealing with this whole mirror concept. You know what I'm saying? What is your take on that astrologically? Is there any comparisons in the zodiac to those two particular times?
Oh, absolutely, because that on November the 8th, 2003 is when we had that Star David in the sky, and that Star David, the planets were in the configuration of a Star David, and that Star David was telling us how we have been wounded as the God family, and how those wounds would need to be healed in order for us to evolve to the next level of spiritual rulership. And now that we're at the 8th cycle, or the 8th rotation, in the 8th sign of Scorpio, that just tells us that now we're on the healing phase of that Star David, where when it first appeared, it showed us the wounding, and now after the 8th rotation, or the 8th year of that, or 8 cycles of that, we are now at the healing phase, where those wounds are to be healed so we can step up as the new rulers for the new age. And, of course, we've been seeing all kind of rituals, to counteract. There's always going to be a duality, but from opposite perspectives. So we're seeing the rituals at the physical level, or the illusionary level, used toward trying to counteract that energy that they know is coming in at this time. So, that's why we, lost some of the greats. When we look at Biggie, Small, we look at Joe Frazier. Now, what's interesting about that is that Biggie's was a Gemini, and me, I'm a holistic, so I'm going to put the Gemini.
Yeah, you're saying Biggie. And I understand that particular connection because they're synonymous in many ways, but we're talking about the brother Heavy D. I see how you can get them mixed up.
I'm sorry, Heavy D, yes.
They are a twin energy, and with the help and the assistance of you, I need a few more factors that I got to put together in this presentation, such as astrological charts. I already have, you know, the Kabbalah and everything else, the nails at home, it shows their twin energy. But, you're talking about Heavy D.
Yes, Heavy D. I'm sorry. Me in details. I tell you, I'll mess up a detail in a minute. But Heavy D is the one that is the Gemini, excuse me. And then as we put the opposite...
Yeah, they're all Geminis, right.
Oh, okay. As we put the
Big E's a Gemini, too.
Oh, okay. But at this time, we are going to be focusing on Heavy D because he just made his transition, and this is all part of you know, the ritual, you see, in energy. But this is a high-level ritual because, like I said, the complement energy to his Gemini energy is Sagittarius. This is why I call myself a holistic, because I'm going to put the two halves together to see the whole. So we got Gemini, Sagittarius, and then as we look at Joe Frazier, we're looking at the Capricorn energy. And the complementary opposite energy of Capricorn is Cancer. So what we're actually dealing with between these two is the middle pillar. You see, the middle pillar. If you look at an astrological chart and you divide it in half, when you do the horizontal division, that represents the horizon line. And there we would get the Aries and Libra axis. But the two, like Aries would connect from the physical level with Pisces at the spiritual level in combination. And as you go across from there, you would get Libra, and then you would get Virgo and Libra coming together to bring together the two halves. But then as we look at the vertical line, this is the one that gets interesting when we're dealing with Heavy D and when we're dealing with, you know, Joe Frazier, because that vertical line, which represents the division of the hemisphere, you're actually going to get that middle pillar because the Sagittarius and the Capricorn will be connected at the top level, and then at the bottom level will be the Gemini Cancer, which is the middle pillar for this astrological cycle. So that I thought was very interesting, that those two came together in their fullness to represent that vertical line where we divide the eastern hemisphere from the western hemisphere in the astrological chart. So that is very significant. And that vertical line represents the that middle pillar, you know, because anytime you're dealing spiritually, you have to have a combination. So these two combining in their opposite energies to form that middle pillar, or that vertical line or that division of the hemisphere actually represents the parental line also, you see. So
I share with you?
When you take the axis of Capricorn Cancer combined with Gemini Sagittarius, that's how you get that middle pillar with those four dualities of opposites. Anytime you want to create, there has to be a dual balance of opposites. And that's exactly what we get when we combine Capricorn Cancer with Sagittarius and Gemini. We're looking at the total middle pillar of the chart. And so that is highly significant as to, you know, that's no coincidence for that to happen.
Can I share something with you, Sister Myra?
Sure.
The day that took place, you know what I'm saying, of course we know Joe Frazier made transition on the 7th, which was the evening of the 7th, so the news kind of broke to the world on the 8th when they woke up. So I would dare say, you know what I'm saying, it's two energies that took place on the 8th. Now, earlier that day, I scheduled a show with the Kabbalah God, A.A. Rashid, and it was called The Biblical Twin Pillars of Doth.
Oh, my, that is so, wow.
Hold on, let me get this one ready. Hold on. God damn it. Anybody that knows anything about Kabbalah knows that Daf is the middle pillar.
Yes.
It's the hidden pillar in the Kabbalah. That entire program was about that particular ritual that took place. Now, I wasn't going to get into the full details of what I uncovered by deciphering both of these individuals, you know what I'm saying, through the different means and mechanisms, but I'm compelled to share, you know what I'm saying, based on the information that you've given tonight. So I'm going to give a little bit out. You know what I mean?
Yes.
Now, again, we was talking about Daf. You know what I'm saying?
Yes.
And the number for Daf in Kabbalah is 474. All right? So I said, when you take all of those equations, because people said the death comes in threes, but the third one is hidden. The third one is hidden. The third one is the one that you don't see. So if you take Heavy D, again, that I said was born in 1967 and died at the age of 44, and then you take Joe Frazier, who was born in 1944 and died at the age of 67, they're twins.
Oh, my.
They're opposites of each other, okay? So they're 44s on both sides. They're pillars, okay? Even though the operational number for Pillars family is 77, dealing with Oz, okay? But for this matter, we'll, for the sake of it, we'll throw them the fours because of the eights. We'll say that they're fours on each pillar, and we'll say that seventh hidden pillar is the one that the family is not factoring into this equation, and that is the Archangel Michael, okay, whose number we all know is 7.
Yes.
Right?
Yes.
So how does he factor into the equation? On the 7th, he was redeemed with that particular conviction. It doesn't massage or make the situation any lesser, what have you, but it's still dealing with a form of justice. It still is the culmination of a ritual. So his spirit resurrected on that particular day, and these spirits joined him. So you have your 474. Right?
Yes. Beautiful. Beautiful.
World, for the whole world to see. But family, trust me, there are more pronounced connections, you know what I'm saying, that we've uncovered with the family. You know what I'm saying?
Oh my. Yes. It would take a 10-hour show, to deal with all the symbolisms that can be savored out from that scenario. And then Michael MJ, he was a Virgo, you see, which is the 6th sign of the zodiac, and this is also bringing in the Mercury aspect of things, you see, which is the messenger of the 3 worlds, and the Mercury represents the magical component, you see. So, as you said, the hidden is always the magical. So that hidden factor, looking at Mercury and looking at through the Virgo energy with my protection. So,
indeed.
Yes.
Very, very, very quickly and shortly, we're probably going to take 2 or 3 minutes on it because we have the next guest coming up very shortly.
Yes.
Based on your study and your research, how does this particular energy of today play into the twin pillars, red and blue pill?
Like I said, it would take a 10-hour show to make all those comparisons. But as you said, the twin pillars, red pill, blue pill, Scorpio energy, so activating the transformation. And then as we look at that Gemini-Sagittarius axis, dealing with that middle pillar, that's the expanded power. That's Sa. Like the Mayan says that Scorpio represents the crossover to the great creative place of Sagittarius, where we come into the abundance of our empowerment. And Sagittarius is the sign of the media, you see, having a broad expansion of exposure. So you guys are definitely doing that through the show, through your radio program, Know the Ledge, and then you're doing it as the twin pillars, as twins, and then through that Scorpio energy. And see, it's all the individual aspect, we can look at the physical representation that epitomizes this larger story or this larger operation. This is how we understand it, by looking at you guys at a personal level through your energy and understanding how it's connected to the larger operation. So no coincidence that you guys have all the factors that are prominent in what is happening from a higher level. There's a bigger purpose being served, and you have epitomized, the physical vessel. The vessel needs the spirit as much as the spirit needs the vessel. We manifest, you see, what the spirit is, what has already been told through the spirit is being manifested and epitomized in the physical aspect of this larger purpose. So you two are definitely symbolic of that, in the epitomization of that. You have all the qualities that connect it to this larger operation. So as we look at you at a personal level, activating transformation within through your radio broadcast, and that represents that Sagittarius energy. You're bringing together all the components that reflect from one end to the other, from the bottom to the top, you see, in that middle pillar, and what it is unfolding for us to evolve us to the next level of spiritual rulership. So, great job. Great job in identifying. And that's what we all have to do, identify from the personal level and how we're connected to a larger purpose through our energy. And
Absolutely.
You guys demonstrate that very well.
And with that, I want to say thank you so much, Sister Myra. You know what I'm saying?
My pleasure.
And we really, like we told Lord Strahorn a little while ago, we have to bring you back as well and have, an entire episode with the amount of information that you have to share that we have to share with you. So
yes, absolutely. Yes,
definitely going to be very shortly. Shout out to the Be More family who made Be More second home for Sister Myra. I heard that event was phenomenal.
Oh, yes. Yes, absolutely. Thank you so much, and I look forward to that. So, until we connect again, be blessed, take care, and keep doing the marvelous and wonderful job that you're doing. And I love your family, and talk to you soon. Peace.
Peace. Wow. Yes, indeed. Phenomenal, phenomenal, phenomenal. Family, with no further ado, caller calling in from 646-220. Peace.
Hotep fam, Hotep.
Hotep, peace.
Hold on. Yes, indeed. It's the good doctor.
Dr. Valentine.
Peace.
How you boys doing?
We're doing excellent.
Are we doing wonderful?
We're doing better now.
I am. Thank you for this invite. I'm sorry I'm going to be staying so short. I'd love to stay a little longer with you. But just wanted to tap in to this beautiful energy that you all have, that you all are now alchemizing. And just to kind of, lend a little bit of my own energy to it, just want to participate.
Yes, sir.
So what's up with you guys? How y'all been doing?
Oh, we're doing wonderful. Arguably having one of the best weeks of our life, personalizing and really going through this whole aspect of the Scorpion mythology. You know what I'm saying? And we are our glorious Phoenix selves at this particular time. So it's wonderful, and just being able to have this platform to share this information with the world and to, build with esteemed elders such as yourself,
Thanks. Good, thanks. That's interesting. The Scorpion energy is actually a tripartite energy. It's not just a dual energy. It's a tripartite energy. It's you all epitomizing the Gemini energies, but
Right.
In dealing with the scorpion, it's a tripartite energy.
We have that third piece, and our brother KT the Arc Degree, who will be on to close the show out. You know, he's that hidden pillar. So yes, he.
Yeah, the whole energy around Scorpio, the ancient symbolism was not only was Scorpio, the sign, the arachnid, but it was also the eagle, which became the phoenix. So there is a physical, and then there was a mental, and then there was a spiritual. Those are the three aspects of Scorpio. Most people tend to miss not only the phoenix, but it's also that aspect of the eagle.
Yes. Can you speak of what the difference is between the two?
Well, there's no real difference. It's an actual gradation of one. It's actually more than it's dealing with elementals. It's the transference of energies from the water to the air to the fire. So what you're dealing with is actually an aspect of the three that what it is the releasing of the earth. If you notice the secret of the phoenix is that it essentially goes into the ashes, or it turns back from the ashes and ascends from the ashes. It's the symbol of resurrection and regeneration. But it's always from the ashes, and they always say we go back to earth, ashes to ashes, dust to dust. They always epitomize, or at least to bring together the aspect of ash and dust, which is essentially the fourth element, which is earth. So all of it, the entire Scorpion energy is surrounded around that. The other secret to that is that at one time, the three elements, or the three, I don't know if you've heard me say this before, but the three aspects of the three astrological signs were once one. And at the time when humanity was still in its etheric form, that was when of course, there's a connection between what as above, so below. The separation of these three, or the one that became the three, is actually the manifestation of man. So you had Libra, Scorpio, and Virgo were once one sign. They split into three, which essentially became that aspect with the balance. That Libra is essentially only one sign. Libra is only one sign, actually. The only sign that has no animal representing it is the fulcrum between the balance of different aspects of the animation of humanity into the physical or third density is represented throughout the chain, or what we call the necklace, the celestial necklace that they call the 12 signs of the zodiac. But Libra essentially became the fulcrum, because it is that part, it is that area where man being the virgin, man being the pure, man being the untouched, changed. And you notice that the feminine aspect, which is Virgo, and the masculine, even if it's water, the masculine aspect, which is the Scorpion, the sexual energies, that's what became prominent at that time when the Libra became unbalanced. When all three were together, the Libra were balanced into one. That's when the man was the hermaphrodite, or the spiritual hermaphrodite, not the physical, but the spiritual hermaphrodite. But in the splitting of those three into those three, that one into the three, and the three in one and the one in three, that whole mythos came from that, the splitting of those three signs, which essentially made man what he is. Remember, Libra is what actually is the balance. It's the kidneys. It's the final major organ before everything goes into the feet, or where there's no major organs anymore left. So I know I'm talking back and forth, but know that there was always one.
Right. I mean, you you explained so much just now, put so many things in context for me in my personal life that I have a complete understanding of things totally. Thank you. So that you did the same, you know what I'm saying, for the family and the audience. Wow.
We're going to be having a good time up in New York. I know you brothers probably heard that I'll be coming up on the 4th. Brother King Simon, that good brother is stepping out to celebrate his, I believe, 15th year in the business of promotion, and we want to give that brother a big up and all the work he's been doing in the community to build the consciousness, as well as to give that joy, spread that joy, entertainment as well as entertainment.
Let's do it right now. Hold on. Ovation. Back. And to know is in order for King Simon for the work that's been put in, you know what I'm saying, to create the platform to bring these master teachers to the family and physicality, you know what I'm saying, in 3D and 4D is very important. Mm-hmm. You know,
yeah,
particular, this format has its strengths, but it also has its particular detractions. You actually want to see these master teachers in person. You know what I'm saying? You want to be amongst the family, participating with the energy of everyone, you know what I'm saying, building with the vendors, supporting one another. That's very important, and that brother makes sure that those venues are provided to do such a thing.
Yeah. We want to celebrate him, too. You know, a lot of times he's always in the background, and we want to bring him forward. We want to make sure that, you know, his works and his face and the joy that he's helped brothers and sisters to realize just by exposing them to so many different, aspects of the community. And everyone's out there on the street, come what may, whatever weather, passing out the word. You know, he's old school, which is, we come from that time when we were passing flyers out in the street, stepping one-to-one, you know what I'm saying, shaking hands, exchanging words, putting the human touch back into this type of telecommunication. Out of telecommunication, we were actually telling it to somebody else, just telling it to the air. We used to pass it along by the drum beat. It was the air drum, not just the drums that we played with our hands, but it was passing it from drum to drum, which is ear drum, and that's what the brother does. He gets right into the ear drum, and, he beats that rhythm, for us. He passes the word along for us, and I want to give that brother big props, and that day is going to be dedicated to him. I just want to let the brothers and sisters know that a lot of brothers and sisters asking me, when I do lecture, why don't I ever have my books? Well, I'm going to have books there at that time. In fact, just want to say and make an announcement now, if it's all right with you, brothers, that I'm going to be raffling off 3 books to, at least, to let the brothers and sisters have an opportunity to get the books. We know it's a little expensive, but it's a little expensive for us to actually print it. But we're going to be at least making 3 of the books available, if not 4 of the books available, so that brothers and sisters can participate and that we can raise some funds to forward the university. The other thing is, everybody wanted to know what the title of the program will be. Well, I'm masking this one because I'm going to be doing less picture showing, and I'm going to be doing one-to-one with the brothers and sisters. As I said, a lot of my more popular videos were the ones where I just built with the brothers that were in the room and the brothers that were there with the camera,
Me and you had a monumental one-on-one. What was that called? Oh, one up on the frequency. One up on the frequency.
Up on the frequency, yes. That's the one
right there.
I really enjoyed that. And what I wanted to do was to bring that to the brothers and sisters who've never had a chance to talk to me. So what I'll do is I'm going to put a format forward, but I want the chairs to be circled. I know there are going to be people there, and I want to put this out there. There's going to be a lot of brothers from different diverse venues, different diverse sections, and people from all around, from different people. I know there's some brothers from Michael Basin's camp is going to be there on the 4th. We got Brother Polite's people on the 4th. It's going to be a diverse group of people, and some of them may not even know who I am. So I'm hoping that there will be, a kind of a meeting of the minds where all of us can come together. But I'm going to lay this down for everybody. I'm going to be dealing with something I'm calling the Neo-Hegelian analysis, a Neo-Hegelian analysis of 2012. And I'm going to deal with the problem-reaction-solution, as you brothers know about the Hegelian dialectic. But I'm bringing another flavor to it. The problem I'm calling the metapsychology of evil. That's the problem. What is the reaction? The reaction will be called theopsychosis. Now, the other part of it, what we call the solution. So this problem-reaction-solution. Solution will then, the environment, or what we call the code for the solution, will be called the chromosomal recoding of third density perception, or reconfiguring the molecular atomic orientation of consciousness in 2012. And what I'm going to do is I'm going to set it down where I'm going to be doing bullet points, and I'm putting it out there right now. I'm putting bullet points out there because we are going to have to come out of the illusion of what 2012 really is. And I always say this, between 2012 and 2020 is what we really have to be prepared for, not 2012. I said that 2012 really happened back in 1996, 97, long before what we're now getting prepared for. This is not what we are doing. We're already in it. So the Neo-Hegelian analysis of 2012 will be based on the chromosomal recoding of third density perception and the reconfiguring of molecular atomic orientation, and that's the solution. Where are we going to come from the problem? The psychology, the metapsychology of evil? We're going to talk about what evil really is. A lot of people are playing that off. They say it's live backwards and all that. No, we're going to talk about what evil really is. We're going to talk about how we have reacted, theopsychosis, to Christianity, Islam, Judaism, and all these. This is psychotic, and we're dealing with a psychosis of what we think God is or Creator is. So we are now all in the insanity. This is what the world is killing each other off on, theopsychosis. And then we're going to start dealing with the solution. What are we going to do with the recoding and rebraiding of our DNA and the chromosomal recoding of our third density perception? How do we bridge, how do we come out of the present threshold that keeps us in this illusion, keeps us warring, keeps us in pain, keeps us seeking pain in order to think that we can actually traverse it by becoming it? We got to deal with the ways our minds are now locked and all the different things that has our body reacting and our mind reacting to the body rather than the body reacting to the mind. See, we reverse. Somebody reversed the polarities on us. We got us dealing in a whole other direction from what our perceptions are supposed to be focusing on. And that's what we're going to do. We're going to analyze the public and have the public analyze themselves while we're dealing with this Neo-Hegelian analysis.
Indeed. We would definitely be there, brother.
We'll definitely look forward for you all. We'll look forward for you brothers be there, because you all, I've been looking, and every now and then, I've been off this Facebook, and I've been off of everything. I just pulled the plug on everything right now. And I've been just doing, you got to do that sometimes. But every now and then I tap in and I see you brothers working, and I am amazed at how profound you and Brother Rashid and Brother Asir and all of the other brothers, you all have taken the information that 30 years ago we were putting out, trying to get it out there, trying to get it out to the people, forcing it, cajoling it. And now you brothers have become it. You all are now in it. You all are now talking like it is the colloquialism of the day. Consciousness is the new colloquialism. Consciousness is the new rap. Consciousness is what it is that we see coming. And tell you the truth, all the old heads and the old fathers, we are enjoying this. We're enjoying you all.
So even, as we're here tonight and we're dealing with the energies of the 1111, and we have spoken to several people. Lord Strahorn came on and explained certain aspects of numerology. Sister Myra came and explained certain aspects of astrology. Now, you are pronounced in your knowledge of mythology, you know what I'm saying? So as you talk about these particular energies that are manifesting in the youth during this particular time, can you speak about the twin mythology?
Yes, the twin mythology, the polarity between the brain, the left and the right brain, constantly fighting with itself. The left and the right brain, always the dark and the light, this and the that, distance from here to there, then and now. Everything is always in polarities. And you have to remember that everything that we are in existence is based on positive and negative charges. And the positive and negative charges work off of one another to create that middle ground that we call life. And that's who you are. We see that a lot of people don't understand the principle of the Creator as a masculine and feminine, as a yin and yang energy. And most people don't see how those energies work. But remember, all creation is negation. Most time people don't understand that creation is a negation process. It's not a creation outside of anything. The Creator cannot create outside of itself. So it negates within itself. And negating within itself, it creates a duality of itself. And that duality is always about symmetry. It's always about ma'at. It's always about seeking the mid-ground, the fulcrum, between the time where the pendulum goes to its apex to the left and then its apex to the right. There is a point where it meets a mid-ground where it is in complete equilibrium. And that's what the two of you all represent, a swinging pendulum that takes it from one side to the next, but maintains everyone within that balance, within that fulcrum.
Indeed, interesting.
Yeah, that's how you all play off of one another. It is a...
Oh, yeah, I call it the duel between dual opposites. Yep.
Dueling opposites.
The duel between dual opposites is what, this whole twin aspect and energy represents. And that's what this whole, this gateway represents, family. You're internally and externally going up against a duel between dual opposites, all right? And, my pronounced lesson of this particular cycle of our life, because we'll be 36 on Monday, coming into our 36th chamber, you know what I'm saying? And I really got a chance to reflect and see that, that voice in my head, when I listen to it, all good things happen. When I don't, then those have been, the chapters in my life that I have, I wish to, rewrite or write off, you know what I'm saying? Because that duel between dual opposites is always present, and it's an internal struggle, it's an internal battle, you know what I mean? But, me and my brother exemplify outside the physical aspects, you know what I'm saying, externally of the internal struggle that takes place inside everyone. Yep. So you get to see it physically, you know what I'm saying? You get to see Scorpio, this whole aspect of, the triune nature of it in this physical manifestation on this planet in this day and time, configured with this numerical frequency to show you that there can be no coincidences or mistakes. It's written in the stars.
You're going into your sixth cycle of 7. So know that your sixth cycle of 7 means family. It's 3 and 3. So every aspect that you're speaking of right now, the word 6 actually came from the word sex, which essentially deals with the breaking down of the dualities. It's talking about polarities from there. So if you're going in 7 5s and 35, you're going into your 36th year, which means 9, which means completion, but you're still going into your 7th cycle of 6, or your 6th cycle of 7, which has to do with family. It has to do with birthing at this point, with giving life to either ideas or to new families. So be on the lookout. This is the time when you'll be most likely making children, or children would be coming from you at this time somewhere.
Indeed. Definitely.
But it's a good thing, though. Like you said, the 11s, my master number is 11. Always has been. But 11, you have to remember duality, just like 22, 11, 33, 44. The number 11 essentially represents 2, and 2 always represents doubt. Doubt always seeks answers. Doubt always is analyzing, constantly analyzing. So the number 2 is what 11 is. 11 essentially, like you said, the twins. But the 2 is the actual first number. There's no 1 for the number. There's no such thing as number 1 in the arcane sciences. 2 is the first number, but it's always been about doubt. 2 is doubt. That's why 22 is double doubt, which is why the double doubt is when they actually do most of their assassinations, because they could always trick the people with anything they say. The people would always doubt what they see, doubt what they hear. So assassinations are usually done on the 22nd.
Indeed. And our namesake, my middle name especially, my middle name is Thomas. Biblically, that's the doubting Thomas.
Doubting Thomas.
Yeah.
Exactly. So you all have very interesting work to do.
Indeed.
As well as what you need to express. And again, it's always about analyzing, analysis. The left brain versus the right brain. The left brain in harmony with the right brain. Always, again, to reach that fulcrum through the colostrum. Always making sure that there is a passage between the two. That the right brain should not exist completely without the left brain, and vice versa. So, who you are and what you are, those two pillars, Boaz and Jachin, those two pillars are the pillars of the world. Those are the pillars of life. That's essentially what exists. It exists in dualities because time and space are first, and then light and sound, and then fire and air, and water and earth. These are how they work together. They fold into what we call the matrix of third density.
Indeed. While I have you in the building and we're speaking about the number 11, we also have been building on the number 44 tonight. So before you make your departure, can you say something briefly about what you know about that particular number?
44 essentially, being what it is 8. It's usually the number of the double Solomons. It's called double Solomons. The number 4 is the fulcrum of Solomon, the Temple of Solomon. I think everybody saw my work on the mathematics of the beast. You saw that 4 was the foundational number to everything, to the number 8. And again, 8 being the symbol of eternity, but 8 being also the symbol representing how our planet moves in its ellipsis behind the sun, not around the sun. So 44, to me, is again nothing more than the duality, but it is a duality representative of what all the elements folded on itself and doubling on itself to become 8, which again becomes the Christ number. If you look at time and space, if you look at light and sound, if you look at fire and water, air and earth, the way these two come together, it is the double twos, and the double twos becoming the double 4s, and then the 44 to 55 to 66 to 77. All of these master numbers are representative of a consciousness. And when you deal with the numbers 1, 2, 3, and 4, you're dealing with an even number. So what you're dealing with is the double female energy, which has to do with the planting of seeds, which is the foundation, or the creating of foundation. Family, that's my call. I'm supposed to get off this by now, going into my next call. Sorry that I had to call cut so abruptly.
Oh, no.
They're kind of waiting for me. I want to thank you all for your quick and for the invitation.
Oh, absolutely. Thank you.
Yeah, let me do this. Why don't we do this again? Hit me back again, and I'd love to address the family sometime a little bit later on.
Yeah, we're going to have you on before you come back to New York, so we'll be doing this again very shortly.
All right, beloved. Y'all take care.
We'll put aside the date of November 29th and do it on that 11/11.
I like that. Let's do that.
Okay?
All right,
thanks.
Much love, y'all. Hotep.
Hotep. Whew. Yes, indeed, family. Wow. Monumental information. What's it called? I'm going to ask if Sister Dorothy is on the line. Sister Dorothy, please press the number 1 on your phone so your hand can be raised. Okay? So with no further ado, let me get directly into this call from 3, 2, 3. Peace.
Peace. How you doing, my brothers?
Oh, we're doing wonderful.
Well, that is wonderful. That's great. First of all, I want to thank the Creator for this wonderful, amazing time in all of our lives. And I definitely want to thank you all for giving me an opportunity to share my gift that God has blessed me with. And it's just so wonderful because I want to share with your listening audience how my life path has helped to shape and prepare me on a journey of self-discovery. And all of us have asked the question, why are we here? So tonight, for your audience, I want to demonstrate for them the sound vibrations that have been in your names since birth that are influencing what you all are doing right now that is so valuable for humankind.
Indeed.
Yes. Please let the people know who they're speaking to first and foremost.
Oh, okay. My name is Sister Dorothy J. Muhammad, and I am a name king. And I discovered my gift.
Your phone is skipping. I think that last piece you said might have skipped. Hello?
You said what?
Yeah, I think that your phone just skipped when you was introducing yourself. So yeah, please repeat that.
Yeah, I'm Sister Dorothy J. Muhammad, and I have discovered my gift. I'm a name chemist. I discovered in the sound vibrations in my name why I was born. I asked the Creator why I was born, and as a result of that, of seeking and yearning, He answered my question through the sound vibrations in my name.
Right, so would it be fair to say that you are a name doctor?
That's good, too.
Yes, you're a name doctor.
Yeah.
This Sister Dorothy, who has been featured on our show several times, will actually take the frequency of your name and explain to you what encoded information is in your name that speaks to your destiny and your assignment when you came here on this planet. I want to make this, I want to say this and put this on record before we begin, because a lot of our family have been introduced to particular ideologies and schools of thought that have led them to disown the name that they've come to this planet with. And, you make a contract when you come to this planet. You choose your parents, you know what I'm saying, and you make a contract. So the name that's bestowed upon you is normally the name that speaks to your frequency first and foremost. You know what I mean? So this sister, and then there's family that's, in line to make contracts for new names. My thing is this: there's a name doctor on the scene that can help you out with that particular process to make sure that the name that you choose is conducive to what it is that you're setting out to do and what you came to this planet to do. That can be changed as well, but it's dealing with a particular frequency, and we all want to make sure that we're moving on the right frequency, right?
Right. I want to also share with them that the name that they're given at birth, that's a root vibration. And even if they change their name, they would never, ever, ever change their root vibration, because that root vibration came under the guidance of the Creator. Nothing happens in our universe by coincidence. Everything is by design. So my name that I was given was specifically with the permission of the Creator. And it was for a reason, because He knew one day I was going to discover why I was born. So I want to share with your audience, you might be thinking about changing your name, but the name that you were given, that's going to be the root vibration. And then when you change your name, Those vibrations are going to help to expand your vibration. It depends on the vibration that you choose, expand or contract them. But I want to really, really have the opportunity to share with your audience. Let me first begin with your name, Paul and Philip. There are two letters in your name that's so connected to you all being Pauline, red pill and blue pill. Now let me show you what I'm talking about. Paul has the letter PL. Philip has the letter PL. PL. Variation of the word pill, which is rooted in the word pillar. Now, what is a pillar? A pillar is a means of support. And that's so connected to the number 4. Now, how do I know that? Okay, let's look at the body. We have how many limbs on the body? Paul, how many limbs?
We got 2 hands.
No, limbs, total.
Oh, limbs. We got 4 limbs.
4 limbs. Philip, how many walls on the house?
4 walls.
Paul, how many tires on the car?
4 tires.
Philip, how many legs on the chair?
There's 4.
Now think about it. 4 hold things up. 4 supports. And the information that you are sharing with your audience is helping to hold people up through some kind of difficult time, because knowledge is power. So, let's get into this law of 44. I want them to look at it from nature. Now, look. Now, from birth, you have to pee the air, but now people calling y'all the pill. So, you see, that's no coincidence. That's not by, it just happened. No, that's had to do with the unfoldment of your life and the sound vibrations in your name. But let's look at this number 44 and how it's connected to supporting what you were doing. Okay, let's first look at the elements. We have 4 elements, but the word law, L-A-W, L-A literally means that which has always existed. What has always existed in our universe? The 4 elements, water, fire, air, and earth. When you look at the family, what has always existed, although we're in a dysfunctional family, but you have mother, father, son, daughter, 4 elements. When you even look at the alphabet and you count A, B, C, D, and you sound the letters out, you got A, B, which means heart, and you got C, D, C, S, E, E, heart seed. All of us in our development, the heart has always been here. Let's go to the number 1, 2, 3, and 4, and you add it up, and you got 10. What does that mean? We live in a universe of the big 10 that has always existed, the one sun and the 9 planets, or even the little 10, the one body, the one brain and the 9 systems. But even more so, let me tell y'all this, the 4 planets, you got Mercury, Venus, Earth, and Mars meaning war. And what has always existed in the beginning was the Word, W-O-R-D.
Right.
Again, support. And what you all are sharing with people sometimes put people in the valley of decision, and it begins a war of them based on the word that they hear from your show. Now, y'all ready? Let's go a little bit further. Everybody all right?
Yes, indeed.
Oh, okay. Now,
I'm sitting here taking notes.
I want your listeners to get a pen and paper.
Okay.
Your show is called no, not show, but let's look at the initial.
Program, right.
KTL. Now, think about it. Pillar, pill, a need of support. KTL. I want you to think about force and power. What do I mean by that? Dorothy J. Muhammad. Let's look at it. When you look at the letter K, I want you to write a capital K if you got a sheet of paper. If you got a sheet of paper, that capital K to me look like the 4 limbs on the body. Y'all see it?
Yes.
Capital K, the 4 limbs, mean for the root of the word force. And then you got the T, which in mathematics represents the plus sign, which is and. And then N literally means power. And when you break the word power down, you got POW, which means head, and ER, one who sets in motion. So now you got KTL, K meaning force, T representing and then L representing power. Now, let me show you how that's connected to Paul and Philip's name. Y'all ready?
Yes.
Paul, look at this. And anybody who got a science book can bear me witness. When you look up the definition of force, they say, and it's in your name. Let's go see. P-A-U-L. If I take the A out of Paul, what I got? P-U-L. What does that sound like? What word?
Pull.
P-U-L.
Pull.
Paul. That's right, Paul.
Yeah.
So that's the K. That's connected to the K in the radio show. K, force. Now let's look at Philip. In the English language, the F and the D is interchangeable. So force becomes what? Voice. And how do we speak with the voice? When we what? We feel our lips. Y'all see it?
Yes.
So force can be the pull in Paul, or force can be the feel of the lip. Now what about power? Again, in the word power, in the word Paul, you got P-A-U-L. But some people call it pole. And pole in some languages means head. Again, related to the L, vibration in your show. And feel it.
Right. Hold on.
Power. The root of the sun. So look, the T energy. Because that letter T also represents the Libra. Now you got power. No, you got force and balance of power. And that's what you all do. The energy that you have, force and balance of power. Sometimes one's the force, another time one's the head. Another time one's the force, one time the head. But let me tell you what's really, 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 really deep. Because the K represents the body. The 4 limbs are on the body.
Yes.
And the L represents the head. So what's the T? The T represents the neck.
Ah.
You got K being the body. You got L meaning the head. So what connects the head to the body? The neck, which is the throat chakra, and that's what you all are doing. Okay. I'm just showing you how it is. Everything that you're doing is an outgrowth of the sound vibration that have been with you since birth. But that's the name of your show. Know the ledge. Let's break this down so there'll be no mistake about the universal principle that's with you.
Hallelujah.
The K. In East language they called it K, but guess what they called it in ancient Africa? They called it Ka. And the Ka represents spirit. Now, let's break this word know down. You got K, which is Ka. Now you got N-O-W. What word is that?
Now.
Now meaning present time.
Mm-hmm. Right.
Everyone that's listening, we should be in present time. The spirit. The spirit of what? You got D, no D. K, meaning Ka, spirit. N-O-W, now. Then you got D, which is the word theos, God. In the word, know the ledge, you got the spirit, the present time of God. Then you got the L, which deals with the force. Then you got the ED, which deals with the circle. And then you got the GE. If it was in Latin, they would call it the earth. Or in metaphysical terms, they would call it with self. So let's go back and break this back down slowly. K, I'm going to spell it. No, K-N-O-W-T-H-E-L-E-D-G-E. The K is for Ka, the spirit. The N-O-W is for now, present time. the THE, root in the word theos, God, L, force, ED, circle, GE, self. And you all are sharing information that if people listen, that whatever part that they get that applies to them, it will help them in what? Tap into the God force of self. Amen.
Amen. Hallelujah.
Amen. Amen.
Hallelujah.
Now,
hallelujah.
Hallelujah. But let me tell you what else. Pillar. When you look at a pillar, guess what it looked like? It looked like two ones standing together, which is the number 11. Now I want to break this number 11 down because everybody was number this court. Well, okay, let's look at the sound vibrations in the word 11. The first letter is E, which in science really means energy. Then the next sound is L-E-V-E-N, 11. Have y'all ever heard of leaven? How people use yeast to leaven bread? Anyway, I can tell you I don't cook that much. I'm just kidding. But anyway, the word leaven literally means to rise. So in the word 11, you got E, which is energy, and 11, the energy to rise. So 11 means energy to rise. And what gives us the energy to rise? The force and power of our mind. Now, let's look at this. Another way of looking at 11 is E-L, which means power. And then you got E-V-E-N, which means two. And in your show, you have the power of two dynamic young brothers that are helping to elevate and raise our consciousness.
Yes, indeed.
Y'all ready for the next part?
Oh, yes.
Okay. Another thing about 11, let's look at it again. You got E-L, which means power. Then you got E-V-E-N, which is rooted in the word evening. The power, evening, meaning darkness. In the darkness, we have both light and death. Now, how do I know this? I want our listeners to think. In the universal law, all of us that came to birth came through what? Darkness.
Yes, we came out of
darkness. In the universal law, when we die, all of us have to return to what? Darkness. So, but the law of 11 is what we choose. We can choose. Let me break the word down, duality, because while you all were discussing that, I really want to listen to understand what sound vibration in the word duality. Y'all ready?
Yes.
You got dual, which means two.
Right.
Then you got L-I-E, which means light. And then you got high. Now, A-L-I in there means high. We got two lights in our universe that govern night and day. What are they?
Sun and the
moon.
The first
light is the sun, which is a self-generated light. And then the second light is the moon, which is a self-reflected artificial light. So duality, either you're dealing with the light of the sun or the light of the moon. The light that rules day or the light that rules night. The self-generated light, that's the one of creativity. The reflected light is when people have to go borrow light. See, the moon borrows light from the sun. So our goal is to get the force and power of the sunlight. So this is the root of all life in our universe. Y'all ready again for the number 11?
Oh, yeah.
Okay. Now, in the number 11, I want you to write it and reverse it and tell me what letters you get. You got E-L-E-V-E-N. Now reverse it.
N-E-V-E-L-E.
Yep. So what body part does that sound like on the body?
Navel.
Yeah, good. Now look, and I want our listeners to really, really listen, because navel literally means the center. If you look up the word nave, it'll say nave, N-A-V-E, center.
Yes, nave, right.
Now, let me tell y'all what's the fourth element. So we're talking about the number 4, right?
Yes.
the fourth element, you got three mutable elements, which is water, fire, and air. I mean, you know, they're mutable, they're changeable. But earth is the fourth element. That's the solid. Now, what is the center of the fourth element of the earth? Y'all ready for this?
Yes.
Whoa, this is so deep. The center of the land mass of the earth is known as the pyramid. It's in the center of the land mass of the earth. Let's break down the sound in the word pyramid. Y'all ready?
Hold on.
You got pyramid. Then you got Ira, which means eye. Then you got MID, mid. Now what's the middle eye on the body?
You said what's the middle eye?
The middle eye is the third eye.
Ah, yes, the pineal.
Yes. Connected to, let me tell you something, connected to the navel. Why do you say this? Why am I saying this? Because our navel is what connected us to our Mother Earth. That's where we got disconnected from.
Yes,
and besides the pyramid, you got two, right? Yes, you do, and that's connected to y'all sign. Can I prove it? Y'all ready?
Yes.
Come on with it.
Come on with it.
Muhammad, we know why she was born and not afraid to speak it. You got SPHINX. Y'all got it?
Yes.
Now, the letter S, that is the coiled energy or the scorpion energy, because in coil you mean kundalini. Kunda means coil, the coil line. Then you got PHINX. What is that? The phoenix. Weren't y'all just discussing the things about the scorpion energy?
Oh, yes, indeed.
All connected to the number 11.
And do you know? Do you know today that they actually shut down the Cheops pyramid to prevent any quote-unquote rituals from being done on 11/11? Just for that, sister, for you cracking that code, I gotta give you another one.
But look, look at this. Thank you. But look at this. Now you see why they don't want. You too. This is so deep. Now you see why it was closed down. Because the navel point. The navel of the earth, the navel of us. In the word navel, you got N-A, N-A, B-E-L, inner veil. How do you get beyond the inner veil of the physical, which is the third dimension? You got to go to the fourth dimension. And that is, for me, the law of 44.
Whew. Damn. Whew. Jesus.
Sweet baby Jesus.
Well, let me also add on to this. The fourth orifice is the womb of the woman, which is that triple darkness that you have to come through to come out of the veil as well.
Yeah. But guess what? You all are playing a very important part in that. Twin pillars. Up in here.
Oh, no, you know you get another one.
And let me tell you something. This is connected to the meditation. Because when we meditate, we should be meditating from the center. And that's the number 11.
Wow.
I just thank y'all so much for letting me share. Y'all off the show!
Let me add on real quick too, sis, that I want to give a shout out to the brother Golf. We were doing a show with the master scientist Lester Lovin, and a brother named Golf came on. He had just came back from Cambodia, you know what I'm saying, visiting the ancient monuments there, and he informed the family during the meditations that we shouldn't put the hands on the knees. You know what I'm saying? We should actually turn palms upward. Shout out to Coach Kaye, you know what I'm saying, who comes forth and gives us the wonderful, wonderful instructions about the meditation. But the brother just suggested something that we upgrade, and he said turn the palms upward. He said fingers to your thumbs and form the pyramid at the time of the meditation.
Oh, but let me tell you this, what's really deep, and then in electricity, I want everyone that got a plug in their house to pull that plug out. And what number do you see when you pull that plug out? Plug. If you take a plug and you pull it, what number did you see?
2.
You see the number 11. You see a 1 and a 1 side by side in the
yes,
plug.
Indeed.
Now let me break this syllable down in plug. You got PL, pull. You got U, which is magnet. And then you got G, which is the earth. So in the meditation, we need to plug into the magnetic field of the earth. And let's go on and get our force of power and go to another level. Up in here, brothers.
Whew. Wow. Phenomenal breakdown. And, you know, of course, my mind is spinning right now, even looking at the whole aspect of the Paul. When you take the P and the L out, you're left in the middle with the AU, which is gold. And that's exactly what I'm dealing with at this particular time with that soul gold. And family, I do want to announce here, you know, it was so much going on tonight that it was, I neglected to mention that we actually have the affiliate program up for Soul Gold Biz. So we are taking applications, family. You can go to the site, which is soulgoldbiz.com. There is going to be a section called the affiliates to your farthest right. And you're going to fill that application out. You know what I'm saying? We're going to be taking applicants through a screening process because this is a very serious business, and it is dealing, you know what I'm saying, with these minerals and allowing the family to pretty much participate, you know what I mean, in the finances that are coming from this. So soulgoldbiz.com, the most phenomenal offering to hit this planet because it deals directly with opening and activating. You ready for this, Red Pill? Yeah. The pineal gland.
Woo!
You know what I'm saying? So everything that you're saying is right and exact, even to that whole aspect of the navel, you know what I'm saying? We know that the nativity or the navy is dealing with what? It's dealing with water.
Yeah, water.
You know what I'm saying? So this whole aspect of the water is dealing with, you know, directly with the whole aspect of us being water signs. So
remember, it's in the word 11. When you reverse it, you got navel.
Yes. Now, when you take the brother Red Pill's name as well, you know what I mean? You want to explain this to her?
Oh, of course. I learned this from you, Sister Dorothy. When you take my name, Philip, and the first 3 letters is PHI, which denotes phi, which is fire, which is red. And then when you LLIP and you flip it backwards, that's PILL. So I was born to be the red pill. Bomb.
Yeah. That's what, hey, yes. That is so awesome, my brother. You didn't forget it.
So we just live in our destiny, and I want to give you honors and thanks for opening up our eyes.
Thank you. You're welcome. But, you know, I want to thank you all for just giving me an opportunity to share. I'm just so grateful for your love and your help and just and your guidance and your support. Thank you so much.
Yes. Before you exit, I want you to provide the family with your website information so you can continue to provide guidance to the family that wants to know what the resonant frequency of their name is.
Oh, okay. The website is tellmeaboutmynames, NAMES.com. Tellmeaboutmynames.com. And the email address is tellmeaboutmynames@gmail.com.
Okay. All right. I want to say thank you.
We'll be bringing you back.
Yes, we will. We will be bringing you back.
I'm looking forward to it, but I really didn't enjoy. I really enjoyed this 11/11 event.
Oh, this was.
Stay tuned.
Please stay tuned because it's going to continue to get more and more exciting. You raise the level in the bar. You know what I'm saying? Where it's virtually outside of the atmosphere. It's galactical right now. We're knocking on the door of the immortals. You know what I'm saying? They at the border taking people's passports and everything.
Word.
We're about to kick in the door, waving the 4-4 in a little while. You know what I'm saying? In 7 minutes when we have this 11/11 meditation. So I want to say thank you, and I'm going to go directly into our next guest so we can prepare ourselves for this monumental crossing over into the threshold that we are finna to take. Okay?
Yes, sir. Okay.
You have given us our markers and our assignment, and we on it. Peace.
Peace.
Okay, family? Not even going to take a breath on this one. Immediately, caller from the 646-245.
Peace. How's it going, brothers and sisters? Peace, Nodaless Radio family.
Moorpheus.
What's up? It's a pleasure to be on here. 11/11/11. I don't know how many of you already checked out the movie Immortals, but just the name alone, tells you what time it is. You checked it?
I caught that. I had to catch it to bring the energy nice program into this meditation. You know what I'm saying? Because if I'm not mistaken, you know, I actually rapped on the theme music of this song of the KTL University anthem. You know what I'm saying? Yeah, we're dealing with immortals, 11/11. You know what I'm saying? Where some people emerge immortals.
Yes. This is the time for the immortals to be born, for the immortals to be conceived and to be born. You know, very, very important time. I know it's 11:07, so I know it's not much time, but it's a powerful time. Do I have a minute to share something with regards to 11/11?
Please do. We have 4 minutes, and I want you to prepare them. You know what I'm saying? To go into, because like you said, with that powerful voice, speaking to that subconscious is very important. That you're helming in Nebuchadnezzar right now, so let's take it there.
All right. Well, let me just say, in terms of the meditation, you know, the meditation is very, very important to get you into that alpha brainwave frequency. That brainwave frequency is key for the communication between the binary computer, which is the conscious mind, and the quantum computer, which is the subconscious mind. And imagine each one of them has 2 separate rooms joined together by a door in the center. When you in the conscious mind, when you in the beta brain waves, you in the conscious mind, you in the conscious room, and the door to the subconscious mind, that room's door is closed. When you in theta brain waves, you basically sleep. You in the subconscious room, and the door to the conscious mind is closed. But when you in the alpha brain waves, you right there in that doorway, right between those 2 rooms, and you can move freely in between the conscious mind and the subconscious mind, the left brain and the right brain. So this is why meditation is very important, because scientists have proven that when you meditate, you enter into the alpha brainwave state. They studied Zen Buddhist monks, so on and so forth. They hooked them up to the EEG, and they seen that it was producing alpha. So when you were at that point, you could access the quantum computer. They do it in the freezing cold. Up in the Himalaya mountains, they're able to go to the quantum computer, give it instructions, and they're able to sit out there in the freezing cold with nothing on, no clothes on. And they even put wet towels on top of them, and they cause steam to come from it. That's how much body heat they was able to produce just by accessing the quantum computer. You got to access the quantum computer and tell it what to do. That's the operating system, and it will carry out your commands. So keep in mind, the immortals know how to enter that alpha brainwave state and know how to tap into that quantum computer, that quantum mind for incredible strength, able to do incredible feats of human engineering, all kinds of things. When you heard that lady lift up that car, the free her son, she was tapping into the quantum computer at that point. All right, so you got to tap into that. You got to be able to command that, and that will command the universe. All right, so this is very important, this meditation. All right, so I'm going to leave it at that. Just one last thing I want to throw out there real quick when you go to meditation. Sit with your back straight and keep your eyes closed. The eyes closed is very important for triggering that alpha state. All right, when you open it, 9 times out of 10, you're going to break that alpha state. So maintain the alpha state. All right, and I'm going to leave it at that.
Indeed, indeed. Well, without any further ado, family, we are going to get into the meditation. We will see you back on the other side. All right. Emerge as mortals through the meditation.
Om Mani Padme Hum. mani padme hum. Om 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 mani padme hum. Padme Hum. Om Mani 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 Padme Hum.
Peace.
Peace.
Whew.
Yeah, see, we all need that. We all need that time. Separate ourselves from the madness for a minute.
Well, actually, Brother Hakim, the whole world was tapping in just now, more so than any other day in our history of coming together to do the 11:11 meditation. This was truly indeed a global meditation that took place just now at 11:11. The whole world was tapping in because of what today is, and because of the 11:11 meditation that's known around the world through all cultures, races, creeds, and other things of that nature. So I'm honored to be in the family's presence tonight, to be a part of this monumental show and this monumental meditation, and let's harness this power for everything that we want to be.
That's right.
Indeed. Family that's new to the program, that wasn't interference that you heard after the mantra, and that mantra was Om Mani Padme Om. It is it's a Buddha mantra. It encompasses everything that Buddha stood for, you know, dealing with compassion, right? And afterwards, we finish it with a tuning fork, sounding the tuning fork, which is set at 432 hertz. Okay, so those are tuning forks. That wasn't a emergency yeah, that wasn't an emergency broadcast system delay or what have you. You know what I'm saying? That was the tuning forks that are, you know what I'm saying, retuning and re-energizing your DNA frequency. All right? 077 is at 1 second, family. Just got to check my notes about the lineup. All right, Brother Hakim, please inform the family of the next monumental show that we have coming up with you.
Well, you know, everything is theory and practice, and we must cover all bases. So the next show, for one, I want to give an update on what's going on with Secrets of Secrets. We just finished our third class, so the students, they now know how to take the things that they want, the things they need, the things they desire, compile it down into a sigil, and from there they know how to also activate and empower their sigil, their program that they're running on the universe to change reality. And so I also created a sigil creator. So for the students, they was able to create an account and go online, and they're able to actually construct their sigils using the Akalia alphabet to construct it. And so that was a beautiful thing. And I'm actually coming out with a deluxe version of the sigil creator that's gonna allow you to create sigils made out of any material: gold, lettering, silver, wood, brass, whatever polka dots, whatever, however you want to construct your sigil, so that it has a profound effect on your subconscious mind. We're gonna have that available very soon. The other part of the show, I want to talk about economics and what I put together and what I'm doing this Sunday. I'm doing a free seminar this Sunday at 3 p.m. Eastern Time on internet marketing. And what I've done is I'm creating websites for people. For $100, you have an internet marketing website where it already comes stocked with close to 100 goods already stocked on it. So that day we activate your website, you can start making money that same day. All the items that's on the website are all affiliate products that you receive the commission for. And so this way you have this website, and I'm going to teach you how to utilize that website to make money, how to use various forms of internet marketing that's free. Video marketing using YouTube and things like that, article marketing. These are all ways to drive traffic to your site. So once you have this internet marketing website, from that point on, it's just a matter of driving traffic there, because you want to make that internet marketing website your virtual ATM machine. And I'm going to show you how to get a card, a debit credit card that you could use to withdraw money that comes into that site through your commissions, and all kinds of things you could do. I'm going to be teaching classes on how you could run your whole control panel, your whole site, using an Android phone. So you could be anywhere. You could be on a bus managing your business. So we're going to be teaching you all these things that you need to know to thrive in this day and time, because if you just relying on a job, you set yourself up for a big disappointment, So we're going to teach you how to tap into an international market that never sleeps. While I'm sleeping, money's coming through. That's how we want to be set up, where you have a website, you have a money-making machine on the internet that's making money for you 24/7. And remember, you can market to all nationalities through your website, because they don't see you. They don't know what your nationality. They don't know. All they see is the website. So I'm going to show you how to tweak that website, how to search engine optimize it, so you rank high on the search engines and you start pulling that money in. All right, and that's going to be this Sunday. go to all. If you want to sign up for the free seminar, go to allthingsonearth.com, and you're gonna see a form right there. You just drop your email address in there, and you signed in for free. It's gonna be a video presentation, so you'll be able to show. I'm gonna be able to show you on the video exactly what you do with the site, to do this, to do that. You'll be able to see it, and that video will be available for you after it's all finished. You could be able to download the video as well. All right, so that's allthingsonearth.com, and just sign up for free. We're gonna get this thing rolling.
That's phenomenal, brother.
Yeah, it's time. Oh, and let me put this out there. If you're an artist, if you're a writer, if you're a musician, any of these creative things that lend itself to virtual e-products, contact me, because we want to sell you. We form an internet marketing network, and so we're going to have all these people out here with these sites making money, and we want to market your stuff as well. So if you're a writer and you can't afford to, print up all this stuff in hard copy, contact me. We'll publish an ebook form, design you a nice virtual cover, and get it popping. If you're a musician, we'll get your MP3s out there for other affiliates to be able to sell, and get your music moving. Put together a nice MP3. I got nice MP3 cover designs that we could put for your CD or MP3, and we can get that moving. If you're artist, photographer, we can set it up so that, and all this, when I say virtual e-products, all this is instant download, which means you don't have to ship anything. We set it up so that when they pay, they download the e-product immediately, and at that point you just collect the dough.
Wow.
All right, so contact me. Go to the website, contact me, let me know what's up. We got the contact us button, but you can also just drop your email in there if you want to attend the class. And the first class is going to be free. From that point on, I'm going to have ongoing classes teaching you how to further extend your websites even further. How do you work an events calendar on your website? How do you add video? How do you do this? We're going to be teaching it all. All right, so it's not just, and also along with your website comes an internet marketing course with over 30 plus videos showing you article marketing, video marketing, blog marketing, viral marketing. So you know what all these terms mean, what all this stuff means. It's very simple. And you put this website up and let it just be a money magnet, just draw money to you.
Wow.
$100. You add an extra $50. We set you with a shopping cart. You can sell your own products right through the website. We're going to show you how to do it all cheap. And the education alone is worth more than the $100. But the $100, you get the website, you get the course, you get the website already stuffed with 100 products ready to sell immediately. And then we show you how to add additional affiliate products from that point on. So during the seminar, the first 2 hours, I'm going to be breaking down what is internet marketing, how do you use these websites, and then the third hour, I'm going to use to actually set up people's websites that same day, get them set up that same day.
Wow. You hear that, family? The brother has come bearing gifts. This is truly a phenomenal night. You know what I'm saying? The portals are open, and here the brother comes with financial remedies of an extraordinary type. You can make bread from your crib.
Yep.
You know what I'm saying?
From the cribbo, without even have to leave. You know what I'm saying? Through your cell phone. You could be in the Sahara Desert. As long as you got a connection, you running your business.
Yes, indeed. So please, we ain't even got to say patronize your particular offer, because it's not even an issue. They just got to go sign up.
Patronize themselves. That's right. They not receiving the money.
Take your own situation serious. You know what I'm saying, and make it happen. You know what I mean. The only thing holding you back is you.
That's right. That's right. Get it popping. I took one of these sites. I'm gonna teach you how to flip sites too. You get your site pumping. You get it pumping good enough. I'm gonna be teaching people how to flip sites. You get a site going. I had one of these sites going that was bringing $5,000 a month. You take that site, you go to Flipper.com, you could sell that site for $50,000. You could sell it for 10 times the monthly income. People want their rate of return. They want a return on the investment within 10 months. They done made their money back from that site. You see what I'm saying? And at that point, they just got $5,000 a month coming in, just flowing in income. This is what we mean by setting up income stream. You could flip sites like you flip houses. All right? So I'm gonna be teaching all. I got some goodies for y'all. But like I said, this first class is totally free. Come on in. We're gonna get you open, let you know what's going on out here. This year I had the pleasure to work with a young man who became a millionaire over the internet, a straight up millionaire from the internet. And while working with him, you know, I was doing some work for him. I found out all the secrets. All right, so let's do this. Let's do this.
Wow. Absolutely, brother. You know what I'm saying? You know, we look forward to participating in your event on Wednesday, as well as bringing you back so we can have another phenomenal episode for the family that did not hear where this will be taking place. This is going to be taking place over at allthingsonearth.com. Okay?
Be ready to get started that day. I'm like I said, the last hour, we're going to be getting your sites up and running that day. So if you come prepared, ready to get your site rolling, we will get you up. I will make it my business that everyone who gets that $100 internet marketing site, I will make it my business that you are up and running that day.
Yes, indeed.
Yes, sir.
All right.
We'll be there, brother.
All right. Again, thanks to y'all for, you know, doing the show and keeping it going. It's a very, very vital resource, critical resource in this day and time as we approach 2012. So thank you, brothers. Keep it up.
Thank you. You know what I'm saying? And definitely keep that Secret of Secrets going. I'm going to holler at you so I can find out what's good with that artwork, man. You got some of the hottest artwork on the internet on that site.
Yeah. Definitely holler, because that's part of it. That's dealing with the right brain. That's dealing with the quantum computer. Music, art, spoken word, you know what I'm saying? Writing, creative writing, all this is tapping into that quantum. That's our nature. That's why we got to break off these 9-to-5s, because it's killing us. It's stifling our whole spirit. You see what I'm saying? We got to get back to dealing with that right brain, expressing that creativity. That's what this is all. That's what Secrets of Secrets is about, and that's what this internet marketing website is about. So to free up your time, so you could tap into your creativity and fulfill your purpose in life.
Let me make this announcement to the family that is in the building that might be new to the program. This brother Hakim Bey, a.k.a. Moorpheus, has a site called secretofsecrets.info where he does a more lengthier meditation. You know what I'm saying?
6 a day. We got 6 meditation rooms a day now.
We got 6 meditation rooms a day.
5 in the morning to 1 a.m. at night. So you got 6. You pay one price, and you can go to any or all of the meditation rooms that day if you want, as many times, all 6 of them if you want, and get your alpha on and start programming. We also teach you how to program reality. We have created a programming language called Akalia, which is a programming language for reality. And so we teach you how to actually program reality. And so you're not just dreaming and just wishing stuff. You programming it and making it happen.
All right.
Thanks, Morris.
Indeed. We again, we thank
1 o'clock tonight. We got 1 o'clock tonight at 1:10 at 1 o'clock. If anybody want to experience it, it's an experience you won't forget. Trust me, 45 minutes.
Take energy over here and go charge up over here. I definitely, I know I'm gonna be in the building. All right.
All right. Peace, y'all.
Peace. Okay, family. All right, we are winding the corner. I want to tell the family this before we get started, because once we get rocking and rolling with this last segment, we're going to come up, you know what I'm saying? I doubt that we're going to come up for breath, so you may want to call in now so you can join us when we go off stream, because it's going to be incredible. You know what I'm saying? The next remaining, hour or 2 hours that we have remaining of the show is going to be phenomenal. The call-in number is 347-637-2135 if you want to join us, okay, after the 12 o'clock hour when we go off of the live stream. All right. Before we go into the next night's guest, we're going to blast off. Hold on, let me talk. Oh, brother wants to have a word with you very shortly before we get it in.
Peace to the family, peace to the family. I just want to share something that came to me in the meditation, because we are going in on 11/11, and what we didn't cover today was the fact that it's Veterans Day. So what was coming to me in the meditation was that there's a war going on outside. No one is safe, and there's also a war going on inside. And the significance that I pull from the whole Veterans Day, especially for the brothers and sisters who helm from the so-called streets, is that if we, like I said earlier in the show, for those of us who made it to 11/11/11, pat yourself on the back, because you truly are a veteran to this war that is going on outside, and you are one of the immortals, because you're here to do the work. You know what I'm saying? This 11/11/11, that should be the stamp for all of the soldiers, that are here for this, the persevered, that are basically here for the ascension, the 2012 ascension, like Valentine's talking about, that'll take place from 2012 to 2020. Yeah, you know what I mean? Like Veterans Day, you know what I'm saying? Like, you really made it. You're here. So on that note, I definitely want to rinse one of these tunes while we wait for our next guest to call in. Brother Will 77, if you're in the call queue, press 1 and we'll definitely bring you in. But until then, I want to rinse this song from the KTL 3.0, Road to Awe, featuring the Ghetto Shaman.
All immortal.
Yeah.
Red pill, blue pill, Ghetto Shaman. Iron sharpens iron. Let's see. We bleed ink. The pen is mightier than the sword, my lord. So I write the end like the opposition. Channel divine by intuition. My composition, the proven method over competition. Listen, the facts glisten. Blink, blink. 85 is never see a thing except them shiny rings and things we think about. Bring them out. It's hard to yell with the knowledge in your mouth. So I just talk to them, walk through them. Like a heavenly ghost I prosume. I got disciples on the job like the mob. See me in the streets and you will get robbed of your ignorance for speaking fake jewels. A shaman of the ghetto, yes, I keep those tools. I keep those tools. Red pillar. If I showed you the top Illuminati, would you turn into all to Bugatti? Sending shots to their mind, soul, and bodies. Sort of shotties. Hanging out at the top of the Maserati, or the back of the Bugatti. New Jack wedding theme, on the back of the Ducati. Clapping at the Gottis, listening to Slick Frick, the ruler Dougie Fresh, Lottie Dottie. These niggas see through like aloe vera. I'm a remnant of the Biggie era, where my niggas, they was big on terror. Lamb some Rivera, mafia shit. We reporting live straight from the front lines, Al Jazeera. I'm living off experience like Al-Qaeda, Jada. My haters have only made me greater. Step before dishonor. These niggas lack loyalty, so it's royalty over traitors. My neighbors try to no avail to turn a nigga heart off like Vader. Since they thumbed through the pages of the Beta. Seen a Naga posing like Harper Cross standing on them gators. Slamming Cadillac doors, elevators like Big Boy and Andre 3 stacks. Shit, I started out heavy, show 3 stacks. Now on top of the game like a T-Rex. On top of the Range Rover. Game over, God MC, me, Young Fillmore. Sound clashing with these niggas like King Addies and Billmore. Till then, you niggas online, we in the building.
No doubt. Without any further ado, I want to open up the line for the 000. Peace.
Peace. What's up now?
Peace.
What's going on?
No doubt. Peace. Welcome, Brother Will 77, on the tail end of this monumental marathon of knowledge. You know what I'm saying? The show that we've been waiting all of our life for, the 11-11-11 show. So they always say it's not how you start the game, it's how you finish it. So we decided that, due to popular demand, you know what I'm saying, it would be a monumental closure if we were to close out the show with Will 77 and KT the Arch degree.
All right. Well, the overweight lover is in the house.
Yeah.
And he's 6 foot.
Hit it.
And he's 6 foot, 7 foot, 8 foot.
No doubt.
Everybody that's not ready for the coming of Pan just got the gas face, you know. So, we're talking about Union 76. We're here. And we was just, just take a look around and see, we've got a boxer that just died, a heavyweight, an overweight lover, coming of Pan. It's happening right before our eyes. Everything.
They are mirror twins.
Everything that's taking place right now is a mirror of that, which is to come. And I mean, it's happening right before our eyes. It's about to get very strange, though. It's about to get very strange because we're going into sign of Sagittarius with the thighs down to the feet. So, like I said in the last show, lack of intelligence, you are crippled. You have no legs. So you can see this in the front of the Temple of Abu Simbel as they sit there. So we must first pass the statues of limitation. We have to pass those 4 statues of limitation to get to when the saints go marching in, and when the wind blows in the sign of Aries in March, when the saints go marching in. And back to this 11-11 energy, I want to bring everybody's attention to. Did you get the image up, brother?
Yes, family. I want to instruct you at this particular time that every time the brother Will 777 comes through, you know what I'm saying, he brings slides with him. So
visuals.
Yeah, he brings the visuals.
The movie.
You know what I'm saying? So we have uploaded those visuals to KTL Media. All right? You can go to KTLmedia.com. You no longer have to go to knowtheledgemedia.ning.com. You could go directly to KTLmedia.com, and it's going to be the latest the latest entry on that particular blog. All right?
Yeah.
So I uploaded. I'm going to tell you the order in which they're uploaded, Will, so you will know how to navigate the pictures. I have House at the top. I have
28 weeks later, the Hawthorne.
The Hawthorne is in the middle, and the Herman Cain. Herman Cain is at the bottom.
Yeah. Okay. We're gonna do the Herman Cain first, because we're talking about this 11-11. Now everybody, you got that image up? Everybody got that image now?
Yes, family.
Okay, all right.
Listen over to KTLmedia.com, y'all. All right?
Sure,
we ready.
I don't want to get ahead of anybody. We ready? Okay. All right. With this 11-11 energy, it's also the power of 4. Now you see here, this is the story of victory over circumstance. The sun's victory or the soul's victory over circumstance. Now this darkness on the right and this darkness on the left is the same darkness. What you have here is the omega point. In other words, you have the feet and the head touching in Pisces and Aries. I think the Bible says where Mary washes Jesus' feet with her hair. This is what you're looking at. You're looking at the 5 wise and the 5 foolish. The kingdom.
Right. So are we referring to the Herman Cain picture right now?
Herman Cain picture.
Right,
in
family.
Aries, right. Yeah, in Aries we're looking at the 5 wise
And in Scorpio, we're looking at the 5 foolish, because the fool falls, okay? Because we're dealing with, what is that beer, Dos Equis, 2 X's. You can see this on Kanye West's album 808 and Heartbreaks. You see the 2 X's on his hand, so you have this Dos Equis. You know, stay thirsty, my friend, because we have this, you know, he who thirsts after righteousness shall be filled. So when we talk about third, we talk about 3, 1, 2, 3. And then, like I was saying, this darkness on each side forming us this omega code. This is the omega code right here. But you got to have your legs to travel this path. In the month of Nisan, we become the pathfinders. See, you know, so the actual first, the first month of March is actually the first month of the year. March is the first month of the year with the head. And then we go to the root chakra, to the super base in Scorpio where the transformation takes place. So the Kundalini fire is going to rise twice, in spring and then in the fall. Eminem, the rapper Eminem says, what are you, Mariah, fly through twice? So we're talking about the Mount Moriah. You're looking also at the same thing, this Mount Moriah, see? And so the energy rises twice. LL Cool J said we get our head sprung, and then Nicki Minaj said we get that super base, and you're speaking of the root chakra, speaking of the sexual energy and the transformation taking place in the fall. And Herman Cain is just another word for Mars. So we have this 999 energy, or the story of the riddle of the Sphinx coming forth by day on 4 legs, on 2, and then on 1. Now, like I said, at high noon, the 2 become 1. So we have a code of pi, 3.14. No matter which way you go, strength and beauty giving birth to wisdom. You could see this, where the masculine, the feminine in the middle, giving birth to the old man, the strength, uniting with the beauty in the middle, giving birth to a child. So you have this going 360 degrees. As you look at this code, you see 12, 12, 12, which is also 21, 21, 21, which is also 12 times 3 is 360 degrees, which you have 8 signs right here to Scorpio. And all the numbers, 1 through 8, sums up to 360 degrees. So this is the source code. There's a movie out recently called The Source Code. This is the source code that he's talking about. This is the path of victory over circumstance. Now, I want to go right into this, like I was saying, the overweight lovers in the house. Go to this other image, house, the doctor in the house. And you notice this, he has a boa constrictor around him. Now that's constricting, that's a constricting force. And I was speaking as the saints go marching in, we're speaking about the left foot. And you notice his left foot is restricted by the boa. And what was his name? Big Boy. He even made a album called Lucius Left Foot. So when you start off with the left foot, it's the March and the Aries energy, because Mars rules all your movement. And also Michael Jackson, his Neverland Ranch is made out of a big left foot. You can Google it and look at it, and you'll see the big left foot right there as the saints go marching in, because you look at this, we go back to this Sun Man picture, and we have the saints. We have the emblem of the saints, 1, 2, 3, and starting in the sign of Aries, go marching in. Excuse me. All right, and let me see here. What other image did I have? Okay, we're dealing with you're looking at Jada Pinkett. Now, when we speak of Jada, we're speaking of green. We're speaking of this green mile. We're speaking of this 8 mile. It's all the same. It's the same word. It's the same archetype. And we have this 28 days energy. If you remember, Sandra Bullock played in the movie 28 Days. We know that's Black History. We know that's Black History Month. Then we have 28 days later. Obama did his health care thing on 3/22 about a year or so ago. He did his health care plan or something like that on 3/22 exactly. So we have here in Aries this power of Sekhmet all the way to Scorpio. Read between the lines or read between the lions or the lions. You see, there's even a song, show on BET called Read Between the Lines or something like that. So we have this red energy between the lions, the white horse in the spring, this red energy in the scales in the fall, and then the pale horse. So this is the whole story of the coming of Pan from Aries as we come out of the darkness of winter into the spring. One thing I want to say about want to bring attention to is a parable in the Bible about having oil in your lamps. I was speaking about the 5 wise and 5 foolish. Now, when we're speaking of lamp, we're speaking of lamb, Lamb. You just flip the P over, and palm. Right. And then you have palm, which is your hand. So here the kingdom of heaven is at hand. So you have lamp, lamb, palm, which is Aries. Okay. So this oil in your lamp. We have 12 cranial nerves, and there's one of the cranial nerves is 1/10 the size of all your other nerves. And this is the meaning of paying tithes, paying your 1/10, because this oil secretes from the solar plexus and comes up to the brain through what's called the vagus nerve. And this oil comes in it, and it feels what we call what's up here. And Aries rules the head, so it feels your lamp. The Bible said there was a weeping and gnashing of teeth because people didn't have oil in their lamps. And the one thing to keep you from having oil in your lamps is excess, the excess living of alcohol, drugs, too much sex, overeating. These type of things is what kills this oil and keep you from giving that 1/10 ties back up to the brain, where you will have oil in your lamp when the bridegroom cometh. As the Bible said, the bridegroom cometh. And so we must have oil in our lamps. Now, like I said, Vegas. Now you remember O.J. was convicted in Vegas. Right. This is dry land. This is the desert. This is the work of Seth. This is Sin or Shin City. See, Shin is 21, and Shin is short becoming the master. So this is being short becoming the master is not having that 1/10 that you're paying up to your that ties, that oil that you're sending up, because truly your head is a lamp, and there must be oil when that fire lights. When that fire rises, there must be some oil there to actually light and turn on, turn that energy on. So I just wanted to make sure that everyone was aware of that. You see, we have the code for 28 days, and then in Scorpio we have the 28 weeks later. And you remember the so-called plague was released twice because this whole zombie thing is connected to the lack of intelligence. Someone who's moving straight forward and doesn't see what's right in front of them, trying to go somewhere or trying to get somewhere. This whole zombie-like energy. So as this thing gets stranger and stranger, I just want to say to everybody who's listening, don't take none of this, absolutely nothing personal. Don't take this personal, because if you take any of this personal, you're just not going to make it over this arch. This is the story of the engine that could, going over the arch. I think I can. CeeLo Green made the song, I think I can, transform, I can come out of this trance of this duality of this black and white, of this and that, because I tell you, you look at the words there's here, and the word there. Where, there's here. You're always here. You're always in the middle. You're just unconscious of it. And we must become aware of that. I want to also share with this picture of the Sun Man, Herman Cain. Yes. Think about, I was in the mall today, and there's a store there called Forever 21. And I was talking about, the fountain of youth and being eternally 21. Now you notice as we climb up, as the sun climbs and reaches highest point in Gemini, this is the story of Jesus meeting the woman at the well, or Jack and Jill going up the hill and falling down and breaking his crown. Well, that movie come out today too. As we go up this hill, when we get, as we get to the middle, when we find the middle, period, we want to stay in the middle. You could see this is the pattern and blueprint of our lives. Everything that we do is based on this pattern. Take, for example, the orgasm. Say it starts here in the spring, as it builds up and it builds up and it builds up and it builds up, and then you explode. Well, we don't want to explode, see, because Jack falls down and breaks his crown. You don't want to explode. You expand into universal consciousness, and that's what we seek to do. As we drink from this everlasting well, we expand into a universal consciousness, and we don't fall down and break our crown. We know NDRE made the song, we need to get back to the middle, and we do need to get back to, to find the middle, to find harmony, and to find the beauty within the ugly, because they're one and the same. And we think that they're different, but they're not. They're one and the same.
We might not want to explode, but you've just earned yourself a bomb. Hold on. That was long overdue. I had to, bro.
I want to say this. Consciousness is not a state that you sit down and you're satisfied. It's not going from church to church or from ideology to ideology and looking for some type of satisfaction or some end. There's no end in this. When you know the story, you can come and sit in the movie anytime you want to sit in the movie. You don't have to catch it at the beginning, because there's no beginning to this story. There's no end to this story. Sometimes we go to the movies and we get upset because we're 20 minutes late. You're never late. You're always in the center. You're always in the middle. You're just unaware that this story, you can just strike a match anywhere. But first we must take the matches outside of the box, because you can't strike a fire unless you take the match outside the box. So we have to become aware of what's in front of us, because right now we're being taken through ritual. We're being taken through ritual, and we're falling, and we don't even know it. We're falling right now, and it's about to get strange, because you're about to have your legs taken from you. And the way you have your legs taken from you is through the power of speech, through grammar, because we're drowning in speech, myths, metaphors, and archetypes. We're drowning. You can see in Hurricane Katrina, those people were reaching for the primordial mound, which was the Superdome, the Dome of the Rock. It was by design. There was the only place where there was dry land, and they were seeking refuge at the Dome of the Rock. And whenever you drown, and the last thing a person sees is your hand. The kingdom of heaven is at hand, people. Just open up your eyes and just, become aware of this code and this path, and then you won't be tricked by the trickery that's coming, that's surfacing already, And it's just the use of words. His worst enemy is kryptonite, which is encryption. And it's just the lack of intelligence. He's green. He's crippled. He has no legs. And, he played that archetype all the way out to the end. He died a crippled man.
Word.
So
you talking about movies, and you're decoding them. So on that note, I want to open the line to bring in our brother. Oh, the brother just dropped? Ah, come on. Come on, KT. Yeah. Man, the minute I was about to press this button, something happened. Jeez.
Well, I just want to say this, pay attention to the Herman Cain picture. Nature and the construct is calling us to just be. Look at the divine feminine. She's the letter B. You see it right there. It's telling us to be in order to give birth. Just be still. Be quiet, and these secrets will be whispered to you. But you always on the go, being green. You can't see what's right in front of your face. It's just right in front of your face.
Well, I do want to say this. The last time we had you on the program, you made a monumental, quote-unquote, prediction, that the whole world bore witness to, and that was of you speaking of something very phenomenal and astronomical finna take place. What date was that exactly? What was it, October 21st?
On a Wednesday in that 21st.
Yeah, the 2-week Wednesday period after the passing of Steve Jobs.
Mm-hmm.
And the whole world, in unison, witnessed the alleged, quote-unquote, murder of Muammar Gaddafi.
Mm-hmm. Exactly.
So, do you care to speak at all?
Well, we're in the sign of Scorpio, and this is that sign of kiss and tell. That superhead. We also speaking of Aries. Kissing and tell. This whole Judas. Lady Gaga did the Judas song because we're speaking of the apocalypse. As in to kiss. And like I was saying in the last show, whenever a scorpion bites you, it stings you, it looks like a pair of lips. So this whole Gaddafi thing started in the spring, just like we're talking here. It started in the spring. The ritual started in the spring of chasing the white rabbit. It started, and then it came, to fruition to 360 degrees here in the fall. I know everybody know who Alex Jones is, and I was listening to Alex Jones, one of his old shows, and like I said, you find in the beauty and the ugly and define harmony, and no matter what anybody's saying, that there's truth hidden there, because the world is just a stage. And he mentions in this order, he says black people, Jews, and the Easter Bunny. And he says this in extensive repetition. And if any of you guys ever watched the episode of South Park with Michael Jackson, there in the image, there he was as, Michael Jackson with the Ark of the Covenant and the Easter Bunny and the lion Leo as a stuffed animal right there. In one image of him, and he was missing his nose right there. Well, we know what's missing its nose, the Sphinx. So it's putting the nose back on the Sphinx. The smartest man in the world is the one who knows.
Wow. So he is actually a Virgo who channels Leo energy, and the Sphinx is LV, it's Leo Virgo.
Yes, exactly. Yes. Yes. That's right. And you remember Humpty, Shock G, his thing was the big nose with the glasses. So you need glasses so you can see. And we know Shock G was from Digital Underground, and we're speaking about that chi energy, the ley lines that's beneath the earth, this chi energy in Digital Underground. And Shock G being the Masonic G being the sun itself, the rising sun. Excuse me. The sun on the horizon is the letter G. Everybody wants to be a G. So, excuse me. And Shock G and them being from the land of Oakland, which is all tied to Jupiter, because, there's no tree that gets struck by lightning more than the oak tree. And Jupiter is that power of the grammar and speech. It comes with a double-edged sword in his mouth, because we have this oak tree, and in this code of oak is OK, and OK is 26. O and K is 26, which is the cube, which is also the alphabet. Now, when things are really seem to be flowing right, we call it A-OK. So we have oak once again, and it said that the Cowboys, which is we know who the Cowboys are. We born of the great mother Hathor. They fell at the OK Corral, or the OK Coral. The brain is what's being spoken of here. This is where we lack. We fell because of intelligence. Right. We will rise in the fall. On the movie Transformers, the first thing that came across the water was the scorpion. Come to sting Orion, or to sting Adam into self-realization in the Garden of Eden. So it's beautiful, man. It's beautiful that we're breaking these codes, and we're remembering 3.14. That's what it is, and that's what, in the moment of crisis, ISIS must find 3.14. She must find that gold in the fish's mouth, and the catfish down in the bottom feeder, in the mud. She must find the beauty in the ugly. They're one and the same.
Now, you said something that was very profound, and I want to touch on that. And you said that March was the first month. And, you know, as I mentioned earlier in the show, if that's the case, then today actually is 9/11/11.
Yes. Yes. This is the month of the Navi. Yeah. So let's not be naive. This is it. This is the month of the Navi, the Navy, the blue. Like the sister said earlier, the navel, the solar plexus, because the way to the man's heart is through his stomach. And that's where the semen is, and that's where ISIS comes, and because Asar's penis is attached to his navel. See, and whenever you see wings, that's that breath taking that gray matter up to the brain, taking that oil up. Because we're the big-headed gray aliens. Like I said, look at the Ankh. You'll see the gray alien right there in the Ankh. All you got to do is put the eyes in there. We're the cowboy and the aliens. They're one and the same. See, Obama smokes what? Moral? M-A-R.
Oh, Lord, man.
Burrow. So he is the ram of the Christ, riding the ignorant ass, using it as a vehicle, riding sideways, sitting sideways, riding into Jerusalem. You know, he's the one who comes smoking. Everybody get ready. Pan is coming. You know, it's happening.
Wow. Okay. Now, family, the brother KT is going to be calling in, or I'm going to have to get somebody with a three-way to actually call him in about 15 minutes. He has to charge his phone. What I want to do, I want to allow you to get a water break. I'm going to take a water break so you can get some water. I'm going to play a song from our Sister Stahhr, whose mixtape is out now, family, on Bandcamp. We're going to drop the link for that in the chat. When we come back from that, we're going to go to the phone lines because we have a plethora of hands up in the call queue, okay?
Okay, cool.
All right, so we will be back shortly in approximately 2 minutes and 20 seconds, all right? This family is Mountaintop, all right? Talking about that whole 4-4 resonating energy. This is Mountaintop featuring MLK. Star, for that matter, featuring MLK, and she has somebody else on the track. I'll get the name in the chat, or I'll go look at the track list, and I'll have that back for you once the song finishes. But zone out.
A long life, longevity has its place.
That's right.
But it really doesn't matter with me now.
Nah.
Because I've been to the mountaintop.
Come on.
I don't mind.
Get out the belly of the whore. Babylon, travel on the wings of immortality. Tap into the Asarian faculty. Ain't it never of it? Covered in white linen, aromatic gum spinning. Webs like a Nazi. Words become flesh. Dressed to the nines, out of my mind. Right into the ether plane, releasing the strain of holding on to the flesh. Master in breath. Tai Chi, mighty, step in the arena. You can feel her even if you never seen her. Deep to the root, Muladhara chakra, clearing like Agnihotra. Kunzu the vulture, moon agriculture. Rescinded 14th Amendment status, to the point like cactus. The facts is that beast use contracts to trap us. It's all in the signature. It really don't get much simpler. Yeah, we on the rise, check temperature. The last shall be first, reversed in the integers.
Lady, you're a problem.
A long life, longevity.
Let me see what it do out here. That's right. Flow. I press forward with no time to rewind unless you rewind the track. Bring it back. Flow. I press forward with no time to rewind unless you rewind the track. Bring it back. Right for seas, my politic on my sleeve. Let it breathe in and out. Deep breaths, I make it count. God willing, I'm here to see how it turn out. But worst case, my clip empty, I air it out. They scared and pouting, doubting that they could ever do it. I get put
prepared, proceed to get to it. I run to it, the opportunity awaits for those fleet-of-foot. Wait, not a good look. And it really don't matter, I don't mind. Like King, I'm calm, I'm Malcolm live at the Autobahn. You better live it up, praise the most, give it up. The power bestowed in you, make the dream come true. Over the mountain, overlooking the valley, a million stories deep, a beautiful galaxy. Beautiful, beautiful galaxy. Ha, hallelujah. Back.
Yes, family, that was Mike Flow, you know what I'm saying, Star featuring Mike Flow and MLK off of that phenomenal retrospective compilation. You can find that over at star.bandcamp, family, and you spell Star STAHHR.bandcamp, okay? The 2 H's is for hip-hop. Get your mind right, all right? And the name of the offering is called, that was you? Star, that was you? You spitting on that, real talk. So shout out to the sister for definitely waving that flag and keeping that flag high. You know what I'm saying? The God Hop Confederation. Shout out to everybody. Our brother Haiti Blues. That project should have dropped by now. You know what I'm saying? He was putting the finishing touches on it when I spoke to him earlier. So shout out to him again. That KTL 3.0 has also resurfaced with a new cover. Incredible graphics. You know what I'm saying? Dealing with the fusion now of the twin pillar energy. You see him in one center, in one space, shooting up into space, right? And the actual manifestation of that energy has manifested in real life because yesterday, you know what I'm saying, in the mornings, I'm going to read this article to you what has manifested in the skies. Colorful pair, perhaps the highlight of the month for casual observers, will be provided by the red planet Mars. Mars is putting on a pre-dawn show along with Regulus, the brightest star in the constellation of Leo, the lion. The pair rise in the east from 1 onwards and will be at the highest in the south before sunrise. Regulus is a distinctive blue-white color, while the planet Mars sports a striking red hue. So right now in the skies, family, all right, well, let me finish this. The coming together gives stargazers an opportunity to compare and contrast the stunning colors these two heavenly bodies display. The color difference was obvious to the naked eye, and binoculars will further enhance my views of the pair. Mars approached Regulus from the west at the start of the month and makes its closest approach tomorrow morning, which was yesterday, November 11th. Okay? However, in case cloud interfered, they grabbed the shot this morning that the pair looked equally stunning from the 18th to the 14th of November, my born day. Shout out to the red and blue. Okay, and you know, that's also synonymous with the blue and the red star Kachina. You know what I'm saying? The movie Melancholia actually comes out today, dealing with the blue star Kachina. And like the brother said, the movie Jack and Jill also is coming out. It came out 11/11, dealing with that particular twin aspect, that twin energy, all right? And if you go to a book called The Hiram Key, they will explain to you that all J's are interplaceable with P's. Okay? Thank you. So, you know, the signs are pretty much all around us, you know what I'm saying? And they point to some phenomenal things. And this has been a wonderful, phenomenal show. And I am in awe of the amount of energy, the amount of information there was exchange, you know what I'm saying, across all different type of spectrum. So many personalities got a chance to be in one room. There was no ego involved. It was just pure, unadulterated love. The chat was, you know what I'm saying, on high. The energy was just wonderful. And, you know, and it was heights, you know, it was numbers of which I've never seen in the chat. It was an extraordinary outshowing and pouring of love. And, you know, most importantly, we still on the phone with our big brother, Will 777. Peace.
Peace.
How was that water?
Oh, it's excellent.
Most necessary, brother. Yeah, man, so there's some phenomenal things happening on this planet right now. You know what I mean? And, you know, Paul is still on the road to Damascus with the hopes to Damascus.
Yeah, remove the mask.
We got to remove the mask. So, all the blue pill poppers, got to take the mask off. Let me take this time to go to the phone lines, you know what I'm saying, because, like I said, the family is well in attendance and they have their hands up and we want to engage them, okay?
Sure.
So, caller calling from the 404-665, that's 44665. Peace.
Peace and love, Brother Blue Pill and Brother Red Pill. A wonderful show. I was just wondering, could you put out that website for Brother Hakim Bey for the meditation again, please?
Yes, that would be secretofsecrets.info.
Thank you, my brother, and y'all doing a great job. Keep it up. Keep it up. Peace.
Thank you. Peace. Okay. Go to another caller. That would be caller calling in from the 216. 216 caller, 216-325 caller. Peace. Caller from the 216-325. Peace. Okay. Put that caller back on mute. I'm going to go to caller calling in from 310. 310-927. 310 caller. Peace. Caller from the 310-927. Okay. All right. I'm going to go now to the caller calling in from the 917. 917-418. 917-418 caller. Peace.
Peace, Red Pill, Blue Pill, Will 77. What's going on? This is V.
Peace.
Peace. Gotta give love and praise all across the board because y'all do it for me every time. Every time.
Indeed.
I already know. And I had and this is really what I want to bring up because yesterday was my mother's birthday. She turned 52.
Oh, okay. Shout out to her.
Yeah, that's crazy. So it's like I'm trying to understand exactly what that correlation is with her birthday being 11/11, her turning 52, 5 and 2 is 7, and then on top of that, I used to live in Georgia with her, and that's where she is now. But it was only 2 of her children live with her, and that was me and my younger sister. And I'm a Gemini on the cusp of Cancer, June 20th, and my younger sister is a Libra. So when I came into the show, it was like, partway through, and I caught that part. I'm like, wait a minute. But I couldn't put it all together at one time because he moved through a lot of information. So I was wondering if you could kind of revisit that and make that connection to me real quick. Hello?
Yes, are you're speaking about Brother Will 777?
I mean, just in any one of y'all, whoever knows, whoever can shed some light on that for me.
Okay, repeat the question one more time for me.
I'm trying to figure out like what exactly is the connection because I couldn't
y'all were moving quick through some of the information, so I couldn't, properly connect the dots.
Okay, your mother's a Scorpio.
11.
You're a Gemini.
Exactly. I'm a Gemini on the cusp of Cancer, and my younger sister is a Libra. So I remember, I think it was Sister Myra who was going through how, when y'all was talking about something that's halfway through the hemisphere and the middle pillar, and I'm like, I kind of got lost in the information to really absorb it the way I wanted to absorb it. So I was wondering if you could kind of...
Oh, yeah. You're going to have to hit the archives up for that, sister.
Dang.
Give you Sister Myra's direct number, because what she does is she deals with the, the whole aspect of, every sign has a corresponding sign. You know what I'm saying? The sign is across from it. And, also your moon sign directly affects your mother. So you got to find out what your moon sign is. You know what I'm saying? And that's directly connected and correlated to your mother. So there's certain things that you would have to know about.
Yeah. I know mine's is supposed to, I think they said my moon and my rising is a Capricorn.
Okay. Yeah, but like I said, I would recommend, for
Myra.
An in-depth, intense breakdown of what that means, you know what I'm saying? Because there's two energies at play. There's three, actually. You, your sister, and your mother. I would definitely recommend that you, holler at Sister Myra. And if you need information, I'll get that to you, you know what I'm saying, offline. All right?
Okay. Definitely will. All right, twins. Thank y'all so much for the info. Of course, we always appreciate the archives. Is definitely something thick and serious, so I got to make sure for the newcomers that's listening, hit them archives right quick. That's like a mini class. That's more than a PhD going through those archives right there. You're going to learn a lot. And I want to thank the twins again for being a part, offering this to everybody. And, of course, Will 77, because you always dropping jewels. I haven't heard you numerous times dropping jewels, and I appreciate it all. Showing love and thanks. Peace.
Give thanks. All right? I want to go to caller calling in from 229-429. Caller. Peace. You getting a haircut? I'll let you get back to your shape up, 229. Shout out to you. Okay. All right. 646-245. 646-245. Peace. Was this Hakim? That's Hakim number. 646. I guess everybody's still in meditation, huh? All right.
Right.
Hello? All right. We got a hand that just went up. Caller calling in from the 201-759. Caller. Peace. Okay. Alright. Go back to the caller calling in from the 240-442. 240-442. 24s. Peace.
24s.
Peace, know the ledge. Peace. Will 777. Thank you for being on the show again.
Peace, caller.
Hey, peace. I wanted to ask Brother Will 777 about if he could go in depth more about where he was saying things are going to get real strange.
Yeah. Well, I was saying that the ritual of taking your legs from under you is just encryption, the use of words. And so there will be puns and all type of words and all type of things, strange things that would seem to be out of the norm, but it's just basically trickery. We just have to see things 360 degrees. So I was saying in the sign of Sagittarius, you'll start seeing more and more kryptonite being unleashed. Because like I was saying, we are going through a ritual right now, all the way to the sign of Aries, because when from Sagittarius down to your feet, that you have no legs. You remember in Avatar, Jake Sully had no legs. And then when we speak of Jake, we're speaking of the Jack of Spades. You look at the Jack, it has no legs. Nothing in the deck of cards has no legs. So this is a game of speech, a game of words, and the jokers don't play this game. See, the jokers, the tricksters, the one who in the middle, who has, the tongue is sharper than a double-edged sword, that knows the secrets of speech and math and, mathematics and ma'at, that sees things in the middle as, not good and evil, this whole duality thing. So the lack of intelligence is crippling, not having any legs. You could see this within the construct of the blood and the crypts. Okay, the crypts are blue, meaning the throat chakra is shut off. You see, in the blood, you can see this within the Baphomet, the coagula, speaking of the blood, and it's telling us to solve on one hand, and then the coagula on the other, to become chemically or alchemically imbalanced with the heart. The Venus or the heart being copper, and then you being in harmony with iron, as in too much lead or too much iron in the blood. it creates a retard, actually. There's some pictures of Osiris, man, you could see where Osiris' hands are actually sticking out of his bandages because something's wrong with his head. You can see this in also the movie Life. They call the guy can't get right. He can't get right. Something's wrong with his head. Something's wrong with his head because it's the lack of intelligence that is crippling to us, So that's where we fail. You notice that Tupac, who else? Tupac, John F. Kennedy, certain individuals, Abraham Lincoln, all died sitting down in a chair. And this is powerful because whenever you lack intelligence, you get the chair.
Yeah, Biggie and Pac.
Yeah, and the Green Mile in the chair. You get the electric chair, or the chair, which is the tricks of the elect, you see. So the lack of intelligence is crippling. We have no legs. Osiris is spineless like the jellyfish. You can see this also in, 7 Pounds. Will Smith in the tub. Spineless like the jellyfish. That's how he committed suicide. Spineless like the jellyfish. Also in, I Am Legend. He was in a dry tub with no water, saying that the elephants need water. We need to get back in the middle. We need to find the water. We need to make it rain. We need to get wet again. Those gremlins need to get wet so they can mutate. You don't let those gremlins get wet. If they get wet, they might. You can see this within Louisiana, in the Katrina thing, you had the Gremlin State Tigers.
Wow.
Okay? They were up to their neck in water. See, so it's the whole world is a stage, and it's all being acted out, and we're wading in the water, and we up to our necks in metaphors, and archetypes, and we into personalities, and we're just drowning, So it's just about perception, becoming aware of what's in front of you.
Wow. Caller? Peace, caller.
Yes, I'm here.
Oh, yes, indeed. Do you have any more questions, comments, or concerns?
I'll never have an answer, brother, for you. I don't know what an answer is. I don't think that way. So if you're looking for an answer, I don't have one.
Bye-bye. Thank you to the caller.
Are you there?
Yes, indeed. Peace.
Oh, yeah, peace. No, thank you, Brother Will 77. What you do for me when I get to talk to you is what I look at it as is you just reminded me to be more creative with what I try to take out from something, and it makes life more interesting. You know, I wanted to ask you if you're located in Arizona, Brother Will 777?
Yeah, I'm in Phoenix.
Okay. Are you noticing a star that's following the same path as the moon?
Oh, yeah.
Have you been noticing that?
No, I haven't noticed that. One thing I have noticed in Phoenix that is very unusual is seeing the stars. You can see the stars very well lately. You can see the night sky, and that's very unusual. You can see, I walk out on my balcony and see Orion all the time. So things are rapidly changing. I mean, Phoenix is full of lights. There's lights everywhere, and it's hard to really enjoy the night sky because there's so many lights. But now you can see the sky's really nice and clear now. So I'm noticing all types of changes taking place.
Yes, sir. Again, thank you, Brother Will 77. I was wondering one last question about YouTube. Will you be putting up another video? Because I was going, but I haven't seen one.
Yes. I'm going to put up another video here real soon. I'm also going to be starting a blog talk, so I'll give out information. That.
Yes, indeed.
Yeah.
Thank you, Ledge. This is such an amazing show. Past, present, and future transcendental. Every time. Thank you, Brother Will 77. The same to you.
Oh, sure.
Thank you, brother. Peace.
Peace.
Okay, family. As promised, you know what I'm saying, we promised to bring the hidden pillar, the third pillar in before we conclude with the night's festivities. So, as promised, with no further ado, let me find this number in the call queue, and I will bring the brother on super duper shortly. Caller from the 912. Caller from the 912. As soon as I find you, here we go. Caller from the 912. Peace.
Peace. What's the deal? How the pillars doing tonight? How the 11
man, I should be asking you that.
Without a doubt. Y'all
can't
going
see the art
tonight.
Degree.
Peace to Will 77, brother. You put folks in a trance, man. I tell you.
You heard him, right? I was hitting the phone line. They was like, You heard their resonance frequency. They was stuck. You know what I'm saying?
Man, was going in, yo. Before I get started,
before you get started, please introduce yourself, you know what I'm saying, to the family. They are callers on the call, and this, that are here for the first time. So I do.
Without a doubt. Y'all got to forgive me, man. I be coming from the perspective of an observer a lot, man, so I be jumping on like I'm just a caller. But for all those who do not know, and for all those who do know, this is KP the Arc Degree, a.k.a. the Green Pillar, coming through, you know what I'm saying, on the 11-11-11 ritual, making sure that I hold my end, you know what I mean? Help fortify the structure of a portal so we get through this threshold.
Yes, sir. Yeah, we here with you, bro. Please continue.
Oh, yeah, so before I even talk about anything, did you touch on the tower heist at all tonight, Brother Will?
No, I didn't.
Have you seen it yet?
No, I haven't.
Oh, man, it's powerful. It's powerful.
Yo, that hit me like a ton of bricks when I was in, I think I was in a tech casting earlier, and I was just going through some things in my mind about Heavy D and this whole twin energy, and I'm like, hold on. The towers is the pillars.
That's
so
right.
Why is nobody putting it together? I didn't see the tower heist as of yet. You know what I'm saying?
And that's what it is. See, what was the tower heist when we look back to the original 11-11 that started this whole thing back in 9/11? You know what I mean? It was a tower heist that took place.
Oh, hold on. Watch your head. Hold on. told you tonight is 9/11, brother.
That's what I'm saying. That's what I'm saying.
Salute.
And
the 11/11 tonight is 9/11.
And listen. They stole time. They stole time. You know, like Big Ben is their ultimate clock, like Brother Will said. That's why the star of the movie was Ben Stiller.
Oh, man.
But yo, the whole movie was about the banks, the people, the dollar, and the gold standard. And to be honest, the movie wasn't even funny. It wasn't even a funny film. You know what I'm saying? I knew that from the moment it started. It was educational. That joint was like a documentary. So if y'all want to get schooled real quick, go check that joint out, yo.
Because
they went in.
Right. You know, I was speaking to Rashid last night, and we were going through, you know what I'm saying, the notes that I was preparing for tonight's presentation, which I'm going to turn into a lecture because it's too much information. And we were speaking about the nature of the towers and the pillars, and we were speaking about Oz in particular, 77. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
And he was saying that, you know, well, with the towers, you know, the towers have to fall. And then we were going through this whole aspect of, you know, the Masonic towers as they apply to the Twin Towers. You know what I'm saying? Entering from the east and the whole aspect of the west and what's in the north and the North Tower and everything. So at the same time, when I was in the check cash and going through this connection with Heavy D and Tower Heist, you know what I'm saying? In my mind, I said, wait, hold on. I said the towers collapsed because you turn around and Brett Ratner just got, you know what I'm saying? They folded him off of the quote-unquote hosting awards, and he had to take his boy Eddie Murphy with him, right? And the movie actually got beat by Puss in Boots. So there was a crumbling of that particular tower, you know what I'm saying? The entire thing imploded by way of the director and what is perceived to be, you know, the star of that cast, Eddie Murphy. That was his comeback. But if they're not cracking that number one slot, you know what I'm saying? There's only one slot that matters in Hollywood. Number two can't cut it. You know what I mean? And that speaks to the whole aspect of Frazier, of Joe Frazier. My people, do you want the title is what you need to be asking yourself. You know what I'm saying? Because a lot of people are, I don't want the belt. That's materialistic. Look, you are in the fight of your life. You're in the ring already. So you might as well fight for the championship. And there's no champs without challenges. You know what I'm saying? So all of these things, all of these adversities, all of the quote-unquote haters, all of that is to bring about the triumphantness of the champion. Do you want the belt or don't you want the belt? Because you are already part of the fight. So find glory in being the underdog. You know what I'm saying? Joe Frazier, you know, like I said, he was a fighter's fighter. He was the people's champ. The mythology of Rocky was designed around him. So, you know, as I'm putting all them connections together, like I said, man, a lot of monumental information came about by researching, you know what I'm saying, this particular topic, and we're going to have to turn that into a lecture. So please continue.
Yo, all men are immortal, but the man that lives a life of righteousness is both immortal and divine.
Ah! Tell me you've seen it.
and that's the pillars. That's what the pillar is all about. Them two right there. You know what I'm saying?
No.
And when those two right there hold, they're able to create an arc degree so that heaven can be supported.
Did they go in on that movie or not?
Yo, that movie was the truth, son. And like I said, y'all supposed to have that.
Tell the people,
listen.
you know.
Y'all
can you
supposed
tell the people
to have
what movie we talking about in particular?
Look, y'all supposed to have that piece of the song already edited where you could play it at any moment. 11:11, I'm at the helm, son. Immortals, baby.
Yes, sir.
the Immortals, without a doubt, that thing was amazing. You know what I mean? I'm not just talking visual. I'm not just talking about the dialogue and what was written, but just the intent and the essence behind the whole thing. It was a totality. They tied it all together.
Yeah, they whew.
They tied that thing together.
And they not only did they go there, but they ritualized it under a Taurus full moon. I mean, I'm like, come on, baby.
Well, listen. It wasn't just under a Taurus full moon. They had Theseus battle the bull. You know what I'm saying? He battled Taurus, and the moon represents death, and the sun represents life. So that's why he had to behead the bull. You know what I'm saying? The bull headed the Minotaur. You know what I'm saying? And he had to rise and be the sun. That's why they kept showing the falcon. They kept showing the hawk. You know what I mean?
The Heru.
The Heru, the eagle, that's the Scorpio. So they were showing the Scorpio sun, and they were showing the Taurus moon. Now, on top of that,
with brother, brother Will 77. What is it that you always say?
What's that?
What's the story of the sun that it enacts every day?
I forgot. What you saying? The story of victory over circumstance?
There you go.
Yeah.
And that's the Scorpion story as well, did you say?
Yeah.
I'm saying, so all of that was tied in, you know what I'm saying, to that offering. They took that particular concept, put a story around it, and, you know what I'm saying, it's going to be marketed as a blockbuster.
Now, look, on top of that, on the lunar calendar, the lunar moon today, the actual moon sign is Gemini. And Gemini represents the pillars, and Gemini represents the twins. And when you look at the movie, they got Henry Cavill, right? But he's also playing Superman. So you having these two godly parts that he's playing, where he's Henry Cavill, and then he's going to be playing Kal-El at the same time. So they put that twin energy in there also.
Yeah.
And then, as Will was talking earlier about the Sagittarian energy, about the legs, the whole movie was about the Empyrean bow. You know what I'm saying? So they were talking about the archer. You know, the protagonist, his whole driving force was to get this bow in his hands so he can be the archer, so he could be the Sag.
Yeah.
So he could get his legs.
It's right there. You know what I'm saying? Can't dispute it. It's right there. Whole world to see in 3D. I mean, the whole ritual is laid out right there. You know what I'm saying? Shout out to you brothers, man, for real. You know what I mean? We have no idea how many people's lives this information has helped. You know what I'm saying? That has given them legs. You know what I'm saying? This information has given a lot of people legs, and now they can actually stand firm and stand tall, and no longer, act as silly putty, where this information is just being projected on them, and they're just in it for the entertainment or just wallowing. You know what I mean? And their like he said, their lack of senses, their ignorance. You have fortified people by giving them the proper lenses through which to now see these things and decipher them exactly for what it is, and use them as teaching mechanisms and teaching tools. All of these movies have now become educational for the things in which we speak about every day that don't have the visual components to go along with them. You could just take them on a school trip.
That's it, man. One of the things that I noticed, man, is that, it was about It was about the breath. It was about the prana. It was about the life force energy in the air. That's why they called it the Empyrean bow. You know, it was synonymous with Empyrean sea, and the bow has to deal with the diaphragm and the lungs and breathing. That's why, in order to be a archer, a talented archer, you would have to master your breath, because to draw back the bow, draw back the arrow in the bow, you have to inhale properly. You have to have correct posture. And in order to let it out, you have to control your breath. So by owning this bow, what made this bow so powerful was that it had an endless amount of arrows. It was created upon its will, which tied the green lantern, because the only thing you had to do was have the willpower, and it could create whatever bow you need, whether you needed to kill an individual man, a group of men, or take down a wall. So it ties into that hypercube, you know, all over again, being able to manifest.
Yeah.
Right.
You see how they, the movie, right?
Again.
I said, you see how they started the movie? The first scene was that cube.
Oh yeah, without a doubt. That's right. With all of them, with all of the Titans up in there, son.
Right, with 44 fours. It was actually 12 slots. So it was 3 columns of fours that you seen. That was the first thing they showed in the movie.
That's it, and then it ties into what Will was talking about with the speech, because all of them had to bite down on the pole, and they weren't allowed to speak.
Yep.
They was on lockdown. Yeah, that movie was strong, man. It was serious. It was serious. Thespia's speech, you know, in order to invigorate the men and get them, you know, because they was feared, they was scared, they was afraid to face, you know what I'm saying, their enemy or the foe. And he had to tell them, he was like, look, we ain't doing this for us. You can't be running for yourself. You're doing this for your children's children. What are they going to think? Matter of fact, they're not even going to be here, because they're going to wipe them out because we ran. It was some strong dialogue up in there, yo. You know what I mean? It was powerful. There wasn't a dull moment through that whole thing. And they blessed us with the Hindu goddess that was like Kali mixed with Lakshmi up in there, the oracle, son.
Oh yeah, the oracle.
She dropped the robe. I mean,
beautiful thing, right?
That was an amazing surprise that they unleashed on that screen with that. You know what I mean? It just represented a mentor.
Yeah. They released the Kraken and cracked plenty of eggs with that one.
Oh yes. Because look, he wasn't able to move forward until he had that. You know, it ties back into the Avatar with Jake. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Wasn't able to move forward until he was able to get the cosmic womb, yo.
Oh yeah.
That was serious. They was dropping it. They kept showing that hawk, and they kept showing that bull. It was mad Taurus Scorpio, Taurus Scorpio, Taurus Scorpio. That's all that movie was. Mad blood, darkness, transformation.
Wasn't even apologetic about it. It just was. It was on hyperfeed. Like, oh, you don't get it yet? Mad Scorpio, Mad Taurus, Mad Scorpio. You know what I'm saying?
Blatant all day twin energy, Gemini. You know what I'm saying?
That's the Titans.
Yeah.
Titans arena.
Yeah. That's what I say. It's Clash of the Titans Part 2. You know what I'm saying?
Oh, you know it. They working on that right now, actually.
And like the brother pointed out, you know, when he started speaking about that Jupiter, that Jubilee, you know what I'm saying? Clash of the Titans came out April 2nd, dealing with that 42 energy, that Jupiter. You know,
right, and even when you look at how he write Jupiter, the glyph for Jupiter is the 4 and the 2.
Oh, absolutely. You know. So, gentlemen, as we wind down, we have a few minutes left for tonight's epic monumental broadcast. Is there anything that you would like to leave our listeners with?
Well, I want to say one last thing. I don't know if you caught the trailers that came on before.
I caught a few of them, yeah.
Did you catch the Act of Valor?
Oh yeah, that yeah. The Pentagon movie.
That was bananas, son. They got a straight Marine commercial movie now, son, where these cats went in and they just putting everything that went down.
They got the Team 6 movie. You know what I'm saying? What's the team, the SEALs that went and got Osama? Yeah, they got the Team 6 movie. It's a straight commercial. You know what I'm saying?
And they putting all the chips on the floor and what went down, how they did it. You know, like a perspective, like there was a fly on the wall the whole time watching it. And it's just it's a huge commercial. They trying to get some new G.I. Joes.
Oh, you already know.
Yeah, so, but I would say that I'm going to gracefully bow out and thank y'all for allowing me to come on the show tonight, be part of this event. But I'd be more than thankful to hear Will 77 close this thing. It would only seem right, you know what I mean?
Indeed. Brother Will, you still with us?
Oh, yeah, I'm here.
Oh, yes, indeed.
Yeah. Well, all I can say is don't take it personal. You know, we're here to be masters. We are the masters, you know. Just don't take nothing personal. I'm learning that more and more every waking moment, that you don't take nothing, no matter what it is, no matter what anybody say. Don't take it personal. And the construct is calling us to get rid of the weight, this heavy weight, this boxing, this fighting that we're doing with ourselves and inside of ourselves. To get rid of the weight. It's time to let go, because we're on the path, you know. I mean, I don't have, you know, any instructions of telling anybody what to do. Just be, you know, peace, be still. And the only way you're going to be able to see reflection is that the storm is quiet inside of you, and then you can see reflection. You can see the reflection from above. As long as the water is tossing and turning, you can't see reflection. And that's what this is all about, is seeing yourself in the mirror. Is jumping out the bed and getting your swag on and, you know, looking up and know what's up. What's right in front of you. Being a soldier boy. That's what it's all about in the month of March.
Yes, indeed, man.
That's the journey of the soldier boy. To cut off the hair, the first thing he do is cut off he gets in there, he cut off all his hair. In other words, get rid of time. Don't stop chasing that white rabbit. There's nowhere to go. There's nothing to do. We've been tricked. Just be.
With that, family, I want to say peace, thank you, and see you next episode.